back and be like, nobody noticing me. I'm just this smooth guy running off with the money.
Current location 01010 Matrix Boulevard, somewhere in the American Society. Manifesto. Head west on Memory Lane toward North Babylon Trail for 0.3 miles. Turn left onto less traveled road in 700 feet. Turn right onto BLK Privilege Boulevard in 0.1 miles.
I try to tell them to follow the big dip, enticing by the ice on the side of a big ship. And now you get the true definition of big drip. The marathon.
Your destination will be on the right.
You must have thought that we was coming the same. I let your mama, she the one who to blame.
Shabbat Shalom, gods and goddesses.
Child, please, if you ain't working, then you won't eat. Give me restoration, I just want peace. Niggas swear they hold, but they still sleep. No, you can't get one over on me. New year, end of 2020. I'm turning 27, living my dreams. Washed up, yes, I'm meeting my needs. Making real, showing big seeds. All along, it's been fake. Ain't about you, I just had to do it my way. Even when they tried to violate, my inner edge appeared and said it's time to annihilate. Listen, I don't do bait. If you're into wasting time, then get out my way. I'm into purpose, focus, gotta keep our mind straight. And if you feel me, go and turn this up and chill. Child, please. If you ain't working, then you won't eat. Give me restoration, I just want peace. Niggas swear they woke, but they still sleep. No, you can't get one over on me. New year, end of 2020. I'm turning 27, living my dreams. Bossed up, yes, I'm meeting my needs. Making real, showing big seeds.
You know I ain't worried about none of these haters. I'm just on my grind trying to get to this guap. You know I gotta get this paper. Now don't come ask me for no favors. Tell me where were you when I was doing bad? Really on my ass and talking stressed out, you know. Really living unstable. You ain't sowing no seeds, you ain't breaking no bread, you ain't living like me. They hear my name and they so deaf. I'm talking Jermaine Dupri. When they speak of the bed, just know I'm top 3. I ain't number 2, I ain't number 3. I'm numero uno, and that's clear to see. My mama always said I could be what I wanna be, and guess what, mom? Your baby girl is a star. And you raised me right cause I'm 25, bought a house, got a new car. I know it was you and my baby boy up there in heaven. With the help of the Lord, that's why every night I hear my knees and thank the most high for everything I ever had and what's in store.
Child, please. If you ain't working, then you won't eat. Give me restoration, I just want peace. Niggas swear they woke, but they still sleep. No, you can't get one over on me. New year, end of 2020. I'm turning 27, living my dreams. Bossed up, yes, I'm meeting my needs. Making real, showing big seeds.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Wise MAGI GODCAST. Today we are here with Empire Professor Ross Nati. Crowd is early today.
Trap. I'ma try to roll this motherfucker out right there. Hey, you ain't got a lot to come kick it. I'ma stand on 9-10 when I slide through the city. Got my mind on a million, got no time for no bitches. Hey, niggas spazzing on me like they tired of a nigga. I got one in the chamber, I got 5 in the blender. I stopped dancing with that little one when I was a victim. I lost everything trying to get both of the city. That's the year, he just seen me up a road and adventure. Clientele well, like he get way more for this ticket. Told my nigga, give me 7 months and roll with a nigga. Watch you stumble on damn near 100 so up the city. Hey, homie don't tell lies, homie sell fat. They taught us about the hustle, but forgot about the pen side. So a lot of us went head first and popped out to 10 times. And you don't wanna know the rich, just know about the flip side. And we might be creeping, number one with a demon. Ain't shit changed by the nigga, but the house when I'm leaving. I got whips in garages, leave my bikes in the evening. I whipped up with a 4 in the head, got right with my people. Hey, ain't shit straight with us. I just fuck her face and you won't see me on no date with her. My bitch on the way for reservations, right on schedule. And I got one more drop to make so she might holler, hurry up. Hey, I'm toxic and chillin', and I'm meant for a realist. And my bitch, she'll die hard, and we fought for this feeling. I got about 125 left on shot with a nigga. And don't ask me if it's drop, you know it's drop when you feel it. Hey, watch the ground shake, might not be on BET, but I can raise the crime rate. I got 5 on it, nigga, I got 5 on anything. And bitch, don't mind your business if you see me with a wedding ring. I'm married to the game, baby, I'm married to the streets. And I'm married to the studio, I'm married to EP. Put this bitch in track and fuck it up and tear through the streets. And I might fall short today, but come tomorrow, I'm in heat. I'm a pack flipper, well-known crack dealer. I got caught tomorrow, I might pull a Jack Ripper. Bought a pirate yacht, that bitch turn me to that nigga. And send it back to that who know me, boy, that's facts, nigga. Run it up, to fuck it up, to fuck it up, to run it up. In my own lane, so I can't never be no runner up. Mention me around the fiends when niggas tryna bubble up. You ain't true to the game, you might as well go back to dumping trucks. Go the extra mile, I said it, I meant it. I could've cut the niggas off and some stop fucking with me. My heart still in the same place, I swear I don't feel it. I be lying if I say I ain't miss all my niggas. Hey, get up paid today and move it pronto. Underlay, shoot some dice with Northern, bet it's 6-8, they running me. Only time I tell if we get locked down in that thunder cage, I'm living for the day, cause my tomorrow might not come that way. Hey, they been spazzing out like they can tired of a nigga. Got my mind on the million, got me 5 in the blender, got me 1 in the chamber. I was meant for a realist, and my bitch, she'll die hard. I swear I'm a chemist. Hey, but that's irrelevant. I'm still in the streets and I can't wiggle out my medicine. We on different time. If you can't feel me, then you careless. We might not meet again, but if we do, it'll be heaven sent. Hey, I bet my last 2, last on my fucking 7, last I last you. Hey.
Bet my last 2. OG said last on my fucking self. Shout out to Trapper Man Dale, man. I gotta play Trapper Man Dale for 2 seconds. I'm looking for something.
I told my bitch shut up and sit back, but you blessed, you been fucking with our state. I ain't no regular time, hit a roost of the up, I'ma give me a top steak. Run off on who catch a breeze of a 7-6-2 from my baby for smile cake. I got a double me now, I'm in Kelly, it's tough, but I bought it to smile way. Mommy gon' make my shit light up the highway, bookers don't fuck with the op say. And I got boats on my carry on there, but you thought I was bluffing like Andre. And she use her hair, she can't suck on the dick, cause these bitches gon' eat it how I say. And I tell her Fox wait all day, probably gon' bring me a bitch to the ball game. Run it up, put a 5 in a wild save. He just beat on this bitch cause she call gang. Oh, that little shit ain't nothing, that smile chain. Better stack up, you 50 and call me. I know niggas get sick of me bowing. Puerto Ricans get sick of me calling. First time she don't pick up when I cop it, just block cause I feel ain't no need to be calling. Hey, I run it away, I make fun. Nah, I catch out if it gets to the line. A bay yellow bitch remind me of Mulan. Splits in the half and the shit in new model. These niggas imposters. I told them that I was the one, but they looked at me like I was cocky. Then I got pills in the back, gon' get that shit right in my door. They listen to me, Ivy. Break down the floor and go count the profit. Then I came up, now that nigga a socket. Top floor with the deal with a dug and top it. Bitch, I got shit in her name, but some problems. Hey, back in the booth, me not no play. Made a nice run without showing no face. Nigga never show love without doing no hate. Sold out show, sold out cold days. This RT, receipts, though, yeah. Nigga work out, we live more way. 5-5 with a thick fine bitch, Doja. For the little cooking cocaine, OJ. I ain't have to seal it with purple or rock, bro. Pay for the 500 just to drop. I ain't using no skill, I ain't using no pipe. Made a cool 100, we ain't even use no spade. I run it away, I make bun. Nah, I catch out if it gets to the line. A bay yellow bitch remind me of Mulan. Splits in the half and the shit in new model. These niggas imposters. I told them that I was the one, but they looked at me like I was cocky. Then I got pills in the back, gon' get that shit right in my door. They missing me out. Hey, I run it away, I make bun. Nah, I catch out if it gets to the line. A bay yellow bitch remind me of Mulan. Splits in the half and the shit in new model. These niggas imposters. I told them that I was the one, but they looked at me like I was cocky. Then I got pills in the back, gon' get that shit right in my door. They missing me out.
Welcome. We back again in the building. All right, for a Sunday cast, and you know, in this cast, I wanted to present Whoopi. Like I said, I was presenting Whoopi. Shout out to Whoopi for the Black Jew Talk. Shout out to that movement right now. It's not a movement right now. It's just been the shit. It's actually the original shit, Black Jew Talk. So shout out to Whoopi on that. But I wanted to come in here and I wanted to make an inference on, you know, I always try to play music and I say, yo, these are my inferences. So I played the two Trapper Mandel. One of them was Lies, and then the other one was Mulan. Two amazing songs. The content of the song is on point. And you know me, I've always fucked with Trapper Mandel. And it may just be based on some zodiacal shit. What the fuck is zodiacal? That's my new shit. So it just might be just on his zodiac sign because he's a Virgo. Same reason why I like Lil Wayne. He was right there on that cusp, and the way he thought was the way I think about life. I like the way this guy thinks about life. So you know, I always say the same thing with investment and just anything in life, right? Find your narrative and stick to your narrative. So one of the most consistent narrative I'm seeing right now is like you will hear it across the board where you'll hear man say, "Yo, you need to focus on yourself," blah blah blah. And you know, I see a lot of younger guys like that was caught up into that narrative where there's like, yeah, man, the older dudes, they wasn't blah blah blinsky, blah blah blin. So now a lot of guys are like almost caring too much about women, right? And it's leaving them in a bad position. The whole concept that I have is damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? So you might as well do whatever makes you happy in this world, right? In this world of treachery. You just have to look at it like that. Like the guy was saying earlier, you could look at war and be like, man, war is such a great thing, right? Because you see the victors and you like, man, right? But you don't see the victims, right? So the brother Trapper Man said, I figured out this shit was fake once I was a victim of love or something to that effect. He didn't say that exact word, but it's a concept, right? So the brother was explaining something to that effect, like, yo, we can look at war and say, yo, this is glorious, and this is whatever. But we're not looking at the victims. And the same thing with investments. So if you want to invest, right, you say blah blah blinsky, then you're not looking at the victim. The same thing with fucking relationships. If you look at it and you say, yo, look at that dude relationship, right? But then you don't look at the victims. You don't look at how much people tried to do that same thing. It was like, okay, cool. They're saying it's money. Okay, cool. I need to get my bag right. Right. Then you look in and you see what's going on with the brother Kanye. Right, so I want to present that to y'all really fast. The brother Kanye got a situation going. And I got y'all 1 second. Like I said, you don't need to.
No, I'm right here waiting on you. Hip Hop Wired?
I got some Kanye's to present to y'all folks.
This one?
That's one of the Ye's, I think. You can bring it up for the folks. But what the man, I just bookmarked some stuff earlier and it's not oh nah, you can't even bookmark a bunch of stuff after me. My bad.
Just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yo, me and Whoopi not apologizing. I'm thinking about it. Matter of fact, Whoopi, do your apology. My bad. I'm throwing you back in it. Whoopi's apologizing. I'm not apologizing for Whoopi, and I'm gonna delve into Whoopi. But I just got to get this out the way because I hear the narrative. Yo, get your money right. Yo, the fuck out of here, bro. Have you in the West? You in the West, nigga? Yo, it's never been no success in the West. What are you talking about? You can't hit me with that lie. You can't tell me it's so bad. No, hell no. The more money you get, the worse it is probably for you. In the West, I'm telling you. Shout out to you though. Shout out to y'all. Because the thing is, I guess the more money you get, the more you could do. Like Kanye ain't got to kill nobody right now. That's a benefit. Kanye ain't got to fucking kill nobody right now, right? I guess a person with no money will have to pull up and wring somebody's fucking neck. Right, Kanye right now doing like MLK. Even though he's spazzing and blah blah blah, people could look in and say, "Man, Kanye, you're not a fit father." Huh? It's my jit. What are you talking about? Do you know the stats? Say that mothers abuse their child at an alarming rate. I'm not telling her she can't be by the jit. Who the fuck is she to tell me who I could be by? Right, and even speak to the brother Young Pharaoh. The brother Young Pharaoh was on a trajectory to do something, goddamn, in the community. and end up getting around people, you feel me, that was able to deteriorate his whole mindset, his whole well-being, to where he come back to the community. He said, yo, fuck black people. I ain't dating no black people. And like I said, it happened to me all the time. I'm not gonna push shit on him, but I speak the same way about black people all the time. So y'all should never even get this misnomer that I'm even part of y'all little weird group, right? Because I clearly said, yo, this shit is black, BLK, because 99.9% of the shit that's around us is dark matter. And that's what I believe in. These people that I see, that's only like 1% of my visual spectrum. Those motherfuckers I don't believe in. They're fake people to me. Everybody that I see, they're not actual humans to me, right? They're like cloaks of some fake shit. And I'd be like, look at that human. I think so I don't really pay attention to that. So that's why I said with the black, dark matter, junk DNA, same difference, bro. Right? Just lump me in with the others. Like, whenever you think about these guys, you say, yo, bro, not part of their Johns, right? I'm not part of none of their John. But what I am here to do, though, is just make some clarification whenever things need to be clarified. So I've heard the money statement. I heard the money statement be spread. Yo, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Everybody I know that got divorced is rich. I don't really know that much broke divorce niggas. Right? So I don't know, bro. Me personally, I don't know. But then I would have to do the study, right? And I would have to say, see, that'll be a pointless study because I know the stats. I know that a lot of the entrepreneurial and that type of wave, a lot of those guys are immigrants. Yeah. A lot of those guys getting to the bag are immigrants, bro. Tesla is an immigrant, my boy. Zuckerberg? Damn, that's like an immigrant name to me, kind of. I don't know, right? So I couldn't even imagine the rich people telling me that them being rich afforded them a better life, and now their child was not. It's not true. Y'all kids suck, right? What's the greatest second Biden? I don't know. He sucks. What's even the greatest second goddamn Michael Jordan? I don't know. He sucks probably. Right? Who's the greatest James? Who's the next good James? He probably sucked too. I'm just telling you, bro. I don't see the available. But look. Don't let me take y'all too far though, right? Because the reason why I don't is because I can tell you other players that was technically in the league, probably not as big as these other players. You feel me? They were just a regular person. And when you see their family structure, you see the way that they was able to prosper, you say, did the money ruin that guy the way he was supposed to prosper? Because he had way more money than this dude, but he prospered a lot more. But then we could say, yo, what about a LeBron? And it's, okay. Same thing with Michael Jordan, but it's like, how great is his youth? And it's like, his youth don't got to be great. He's Michael Jordan. He got a situation. He could put his youths in the situation. They really don't have to be that great. Somebody like a Delonte West, we don't know who was before, right? So he has to be great almost. Like he has to almost finish out great, right? For it to translate because he don't have the knowledge. So when I hear this money talk, I'm like, maybe, right? But to what depth? Like how deep can it go, right? Like where's the levels where even I can look at like a Ye and I can say, look what Ye going through. Lito said capital made it a lowercase, and I'm fully in agreement with that. I don't know if that makes relationship better or people submit, right? Because I hear the narrative. I just think there's people that just submit to the Most High. What Big Kurt said, God could physically come down and say he's the greatest. Y'all should listen, and y'all would not listen. So you hear me? It's not a thing of like, yo, money and power. Shut the fuck up. Have y'all been living on this planet? Goddamn. I have a thing that I say. This is what I say. I say, yo. At the beginning of the earth, bro, the Most High looked at somebody and said, yo, stay the fuck away from that tree. Matter of fact, the Most High didn't tell him. So you can get him a pass. You can say they didn't see the Most High. The Most High didn't physically say it. They had to trust in somebody else and they don't want to trust nobody else. So then they fuck up again. Either way, right? So nevertheless, the story is still the story. Most High said or Most High don't say it. The Most High made one bruh before another bruh and said, yo, this is the bruh that I'm putting in front of you. And the bruh that came after the first bruh was like, nah, I ain't gotta listen to that though. And then the second bruh looked at the was damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because maybe he wanted to get a rock and kill her. Bam. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Maybe the Most High would have came back and be like, yo, what you did? You just killed him? Man, I gotta take you off here, Adam. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But he also did another thing where he didn't do anything, damn near. He probably was asleep. He was in a slumber. He was like, no, that's my lady, blah, blah, blah. We got the rules. You know the rules. I told her the rules already. I'm listening to the rules. Why the fuck she not gonna listen to the rules? And you see what happens, right? We end up in this place. So I don't like the narrative. I don't like it. It's not consistent with what I'm seeing. Right? And if it was consistent, then see, that's a different discussion. That's more so culture. That's more so cultural. Because I have some examples that I can give people as far as where I've seen money. No, not even money, because it's always reversed. Because Italians, Irish, all these motherfuckers that came to America wasn't rich. They was actually war criminals. Most of these niggas, they was fleeing some shit. They was some badass motherfuckers. Right? So they came here, and the way they was able to advance was marriage and relationship. So that never even started with money. So when I hear the narrative, I'm like, okay, yeah, a lot of money there. That's what it's a bit. That's the dumbest shit, bro. That's the dumbest shit, bro. The Most High said that the kingdom of heaven will be led by the youths. So what are you talking about? A lot of money, nigga. Where did y'all get the concept from? Y'all concepts are outdated. Y'all think they knew. Or y'all think they knew because you live in a fiat country and you say, yo, I got more debt than you. And I say, cool. How much resources do you have? Do you know how to use your hands? What can you do? Where's your resources? You know, it's weird. It's weird because even last night, and the reason why it's so weird to me, because last night I heard a melanated woman say, well, should black man da-da-da because right now they don't have enough money to have a family. I said, oh my goodness, what? The fuck does that even mean? The average black person is richer than everybody else in every other country, nigga. What are you talking about, bro? They got way more use than y'all, and based on advancement, they're whooping y'all ass right now in every category. First of all, if you got a lot of money and they got a lot of people, you lose. They will whoop your ass and take all your dollars. That's the first thing. The next thing is people is what incurs capitalism. So you need people to have capitalism. So either way, that game that y'all playing is a short-lived game. Like I heard a brother say, yo, I just want to bring one youth into the world because I want to do more here. Do it. Shout out to you, bro. Wish y'all could see my face. Let me take my glasses off, bro. I don't want y'all to think I'm talking. I'm making shit the fuck up. Put my glasses up. You know what I just said though? Okay, I'm gonna come back to it. After I run down to Kanye because I really need y'all to hear the situation. Oh, we're down on Kanye right now? Mm-hmm. That's a Kanye? That's a Kanye.
Kanye West says that Kardashian cousin overturned Yeezy's ass.
Chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
The double champ don't apologize.
This article is written by Robert Longfellow. So, if you're looking for the hottest of messes, Kanye West social media accounts will give you your fill. Ye took to Instagram to air out Kim Kardashian's cousin and allegedly expose their insensitive rhetoric that includes incredulously asking about Adidas Yeezy sneakers despite the situation at hand. I'm crying. No way she asking Kanye for Yeezys like that. The text reads, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm not upset. Is it safe to buy Yeezys on StockX? Andrew wants belugas. We love to see you and the kids soon. Don't ask me about Yeezys right now, replied Kanye. Unless you've been under a rock, you're probably aware that Ye and Kim Kardashian are feuding publicly about the co-parenting of their children. Overall, it seems like Kanye feels he's being boxed out of raising his kids, while Kardashian claims she has been beyond reasonable when it comes to Ye spending time with his children, despite their divorce. But on Sunday, February 6th, West shared texts that painted Kardashian's cousins in the worst of lights. According to Ye, this cousin reached out to offer support for his stance that his daughter shouldn't be on TikTok. However, during that exchange, this cousin also made an inquiry about Yeezys, asking if copying a pair on StockX is safe. Ye via Instagram, this is an example of Kim's cousin agreeing with me about TikTok and proceeding to ask me for some Yeezys afterwards. Let's see. All right, guys. So it does not click over like I thought it was, but if you guys can read that small print, I'll read it out loud for you guys. But it reads, "Hi, how are you? Hope all is well with you and the kids. I saw your post on Instagram about TikTok. I think she meant TikTok. And your daughter. I'm happy to share what I know about that since I'm a single mom and want to keep my kids off the internet. Call me or let me know if you want some information. Hope to see you all soon." I don't feel like talking about it more. And yeah, dragged into a dark world. Now my kids are getting dragged in. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm not upset. Is it safe to buy Yeezys? Okay, and then it continues on to that same conversations about buying the Yeezys on StockX and him saying, "Do not ask me about Yeezys right now."
We done with that?
No, I don't think so. I think there's a few more. So yes, again, he responded with the "Don't ask me right now" was Ye's reply to the inquiry about buying Yeezys on a resale site. You can't make this stuff up. The level of petty on Twitter after this revelation is nuclear. So of course we felt the need to document some of the crazier reactions in the gallery. Now you shouldn't feel as badly knowing not even people in the proper Yeezy orbit can get plugged into with Adidas Yeezys, right? StockX got 24 hours. Thinking about buying a Yeezy 700 before you invest in your next pair, make sure you know the facts. You know dang well TMZ is cooking up some Kanye West fans, the Kardashian family, from wearing Yeezy headlines right now. Crying emojis. Kim's cousin really messaged Ye trying to sympathize with him and then proceeded to sly ask for Yeezys. Yeah, and it continues.
A bunch of word salad.
Yeah.
It's in the
I'm a deadbeat cousin, all my cousins is brothers. We come from the same household, what a struggle. Shit, I got some cousins that can't even dial my number. Shit, I severed ties with my own grandmother. She never met my kids.
Yeah, shout out to you. I know what you did to Lito with the I go ham. I even did the remix of Gucci Mane.
I'm a deadbeat cousin.
All my cousins is brothers. We come from
the same household.
What a struggle.
Shit, I got some cousins that can't even dial my number. Shit, I severed ties with my own grandmother. She never met my kids, never asked about them.
But she ain't hesitate to ask for all the thousands. Laugh now, cry never. I swear, I was mad at my mama because my daddy wasn't there. Now bro. Yo, I'm telling you, it's only a few guys on this planet. Everybody else is clones. They just don't have no story. They don't have no originality. They have never been through nothing. They faking it. Shout out to you, Don Tripp. Shout out to you, Started. It's a few more y'all out here, bro, that y'all are really on another level. And the people gonna appreciate this shit in a couple years. Right now, people just too slow. It's like I said this the other day, it was like 2021, but I said this on Facebook. I was like, yo, Spraga Benz is ahead of his time. Everything he made could play right now. But he was just making it back then. I don't know if niggas really got it. Or maybe he was just so big as Wayne that niggas forgot that Spraga Benz was really a roster and whatever the situation may be. So bro, you gotta go do the study. Now you gotta do. You ready for me?
I'm not sure where you're going.
It's the Twitter one. Oh, my bad. I meant to tell you that. It's right on the Kanye. Yeah.
How to watch Single Black Female?
No. Oh, that's the one right on the Kanye? I refresh it one more time. It's supposed to be a Twitter link right on that. Yeah.
Okay.
My bad. Y'all thought I had the link in there. I don't know why I didn't get that.
I swear I was mad at my mama because my daddy wasn't there. Now I see myself inside a jail and staring.
And I can't even picture the picture without me there. Man.
So when I was in the gutter, you wasn't there with me. Godspeed.
With my nigga.
Godspeed.
when money's all that matter, becoming rich, being rich becomes a fetish. The nigga said, I probably wouldn't help you if I could help you. You call it selfish, I call it prioritizing.
Is this a Joe Rogan spiel?
Nah, this is all Kanye stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Kanye. There'll be some Kanye's in there. You don't see no Ye's in there? Man, but did they who me?
This one?
Hmm.
I'm saying, is it above or below this one?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know what place, but these are the newer ones right here though. So these are the new ones. Man, yeah, bro, my search engine ain't been working right. But do you get on the screen though? Cause you could run that one dude right there that's you know. Damn, why is and the first thing I said, I was like, bro, just send it to message. First thing I said, send it to message. I was like, fuck it, I just
message on.
I ain't send it though. So either there or it's on Facebook. So I'm gonna check Facebook. If I get it over there, I'll just send it to Notebook. But
you shared a tweet November 7th, 2021.
And what that was, it ain't load. Yeah, that's not it. Damn. That's but it was just a little bit more information on the well, not more information. It's the same thing basically as far as the back and forth. But I also got one where Candace is saying something also. Candace Owens was like, I'm agreeing with Kanye on this one. Well, this is one of them right here. Dang, I thought I sent them to the content.
Kim is wrong on this one. The psychological effects of social media on young girls is real and documented. It's actually Kanye that is trying to protect his daughter in this regard, and Kim is spinning this as obsession and control. There are other creative outlets for kids. There's no 8-year-old in the world that needs social media. Go color.
And then what the bottom one said, it was nothing put down there. No, she's not. She does.
This one?
Yeah, no, the smaller face one on that same post.
There's no 8-year-old in the world that needs social media. Go color.
Okay, so that was a separate part.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is what Candace Owens was saying. Like I said, it's a whole back and forth right now. And you remember Kanye first came in the car and we covered that one because I hear the narrative all the time about money this and money that. And I'm like,
so
yo,
this one?
Y'all are money drunk, bro. What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? Y'all have been in the world. Money this, money that. Shout out to y'all, bro.
But the Quentin Tarantino, did you still want to play that?
Yes, man. Oh, yeah, yes, man. But you already over here, though.
No, I'm on Quentin Tarantino.
Okay. Oh, I said you over here. So now we're about to jump into this Joe Rogan firestorm right next because I want to jump from Kanye to Joe Rogan. But like I said, but you got any final thoughts on the Kanye situation? Because I really didn't hear you say nothing about it. But what's your thoughts on the whole Kanye Kim situation right now with the divorce, with the messiness, basically?
I seen something that said it in its fluidity. It's on that phone. Let me see it quick.
I seen a list the other day that was like one gotta go in all their music. Somebody was like Brent gone. I don't even know these other two guys.
Brent? Oh, that person doesn't have taste in music. Anyways, before you get married, discuss bills, parenting styles, credit, debt, religion, how to deal with family, what beliefs will be instilled in your children, childhood traumas, sexual expectations, partner expectations, financial expectations, family health history, mental health history, bucket list, dream home, careers and education, political views, and whatever else come to mind. Love alone is not enough. That's all I have to say on that situation.
See, I don't agree with that, but hey, if that's somebody's belief, like that could work too for some standard of relationship.
I just always wondered with Kim and Kanye, how long can they last with him having such a contrasting political ideology from her?
But I'm saying the thing is, that's a super westernized thing. Like even I think like in the Spanish genre, like some man they say, yo, your wife don't respect you, they have to change their name. Some women keep their name, blame the Blinsky. But a lot of time in the Hispanic community they do it a lot. They just have the mother and the father name. I don't know what's the point of it, but right, everybody got a different way of doing relationships. So yeah, if you feel like those questions mean something, then ask them. But how much people were this? Like I literally remember on this cast awakening some people to some things, and people being like, "Damn, for real? You saying that about Trump, bro? Man, you tripping, bro. I'm not on that Trump shit, dude." I literally watched within a year span one of my homeboy went from saying, "Yo, fuck this," to where he on here, he's starting to recognize some things. He's starting to see things a little different. So what do you mean? Right, that's in real time. That's right there in real time. So I don't even get why those questions mean anything. Nevertheless, the only question, because the reason why we did it was purposeful. So all those questions, they don't have no purpose in them. It's something to ask somebody. It's like somebody asked you some shit when you were a child, and they say, "Yo, what you want to be when you grow up?" And you said some stupid shit, and then you grow up and you be something else, and you're like, "Ah, shit, this is always my shit." I'm noticing it. When I was a child, I used to do this too, but I had kind of forgot it when they asked me the question because I was thinking about some worldly shit. And now look at me, right? So I don't even get what's the benefit of it, because what if I change anyways? Kanye could change.
What's the benefit of what?
These questions, because I'm changing.
Oh, it's a goalpost. It's a way to hold you accountable. It's like, bro, you said this. Like, I thought it was men have their balls in their words, right? That's the whole point of a proposal. No. My thing is, if a woman asks these questions and she gets nothing as far as answers, just don't be confused when you get nothing.
I don't know what that means. I'm confused about it. What do you mean by that?
Because if a guy is like, well, shoot, I'm on whatever you on, or shoot, well, what you doing? If he offers you no blueprint of what actually he desires as a man, like, you should not be confused. Like, even with Pharaoh's ex, whatever you want to call her, she came in, explained about the polygamous ideology that he believed in. Mm-hmm. And pretty much breached a contract of agreement of like, hello, this is what I'm on. Like, why are you so confused? That's why it's hard to pity those females, because it's like, what you thought this was? Like, he ran it down. Like, this is exactly what you signed up for. Mm-hmm. Now you have a change of heart and you want to just dismiss everything and cancel the contract out. And it's just like, is that even fair?
But it's fair to me in the sense that if we're just asking questions and these are answers, it's like, bro, you presented some answers to me before. That's why I don't like questions and answers. I like structure. I like saying, yo, in the situation of marriage, the business, the lifestyle, the whole way of marriage, right? It's set up a certain way, the same way jobs are set up. There's a boss and there is employees, nigga. I don't want no confusion in marriage, right? But when we do things like that, it's like, okay, cool, that's your goals. Well, I got these goals. Like, it's never kind of been like that. So maybe the importance of what you're saying.
That's the thing, though. It's like, you as a man may be not favorable with someone who has goals because it goes against your goals or whatever the case is. But there's some men that have no goals. So whatever she puts out there, it's like, okay, let's do it. Or vice versa, or they both have it, and then the man makes a decision of like, she already got her own situation going. She seemed like she a career woman, and I don't really want that, because those women usually have this aggression that I don't desire. And he can make that decision, but if you don't allow her to offer you any type of blueprint on what she's on psychologically, like politically, and so on and so forth, like, what's your barometer to be like, oh no, that's not the one for me, or oh yes, this is the one for me? Like, how do you figure it out?
It's she's a woman. Yeah, it's like I say, like even when I listened to the situation and the lady was explaining that when women were women, there was a default no where a man just didn't ask you to have sex. A man was like, yo, I gotta make her my wife. I gotta do something. I gotta hit her with some type of game. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Mm-hmm. Now it's just, I'm telling you, because we have questions and everybody's like, I think everybody brand new. Everybody's playing a short-term goal. Like she always explained, like the goals that you have at 25 is not going to be the same goals you have at 35 as a woman, right? As a man, you don't stop your stride. You even thinking about more. You're like, yo, I got more money now. I can see more women. As a woman, you're like, man, I've been on this career shit since I was goddamn 19, 18. Mm-hmm. I want a family. Yeah, like I want a child. Like I'm having baby fever. I'm seeing everybody coming with newborns. I don't even have a relationship. Like all these things, and those things play an effect, bro. Because like they was saying, like with all this new freedom women got, they're more depressed. It's just like, so what's the purpose? Like what did we gain from those things? Like even the brother was saying, with all this therapy and all this extra shit we got, more fucking crazy disease disorders. People, nobody mind right now. All this goddamn therapy niggas done went and got. Talking about therapists done became this. We done got therapy here. You got therapy there. We giving you free therapy, and now nothing is better. So that's what I'm saying. Even with these questions, like, would that make the relationship better in a sense, like, or would we just have to understand that, yo,
this is just disparaging you from confusion at the end of the road.
But it has to be confusion though, because if he's the man, whatever he's on, that's the ride you chose to take.
But what if he's not on anything?
That's the ride you chose to take. That's the guy that you chose to be with. That's what I'm saying. As being a man, and
no,
look,
but like, what about these Tinder daters and all these people that are just randomly selecting people off of like a bucket of people who decided to sign up for this? Are you saying those same questions shouldn't be presented? It's like the only thing kind of giving them a common ground is this app.
Yeah, see, that's a different atmosphere for dating, and if that John worked for them people, fine.
Like you're saying from the standpoint of like, if you meet this person in public or whatever the case is, you are obviously attracted to something. Yeah. So now you need to take that ride and don't ask any questions.
Yeah. Or like I said, it's an institution. Like when you sign up for like I told y'all with Elon Musk. If Elon Musk come out tomorrow and change some shit, I don't change my plan on Elon Musk. Right? There's some companies that if a company like Goldman Sachs made me upset. They said they want quadruple vaccines. They want the most. Damn, my bad. They want everybody to get every boost in the world. So they want them all. And I'm like, man, I don't like that. Because I'm against that. So I was like, I got to vote with my money. I need to take my money out of Goldman. That's how I think. But Elon, because the way he innovates, I'm betting on Elon. That's what I'm saying. So like the same thing when you get in a relationship. You get in a relationship and you bet on that person. You don't bet on the company was going like this and now we doing this. And okay. Is he the head? Did they fire the boss? He's still here?
So you're saying if the horse sucks and he loses, you lose with him. You can't just switch your bet mid race.
You could choose to, but I'm just saying it looked bad on your resume, right? It don't look good on your resume going from job to job to job. Even if you can tell them that, yeah, that job wasn't good enough, the boss suck, I left. It don't look good to people. People look at you that you're not loyal. How long are you gonna stay? Like, what's the longest? You feel me? They look at those type of things. How long you stayed at a job? You feel me? People don't want you just switching around and switch around. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to bet on companies, you're gonna be switching around.
That's what the high rate of divorce comes from. Is the people in those second and third divorces? It's like they had no loyalty, and if they're willing to leave this relationship, what's stopping them from leaving the next one and the next one?
Yeah, divorce become a thing that's nothing now. Yeah. Right? It's like the first time you take off a scab, you're like, oh snap, I thought I was gonna die. Bad. Yeah, like the first time you probably seen a scab, you were like, bro, if I take this off, it's probably a bunch of blood under here. Once you took one off, you're like, what?
You start analyzing the benefits of it, and you're like, hold on, I can do this a couple more times.
I can pick it off. It ain't that bad. Right? It's just what it is. Once you experience something, then that fear goes out the window. So now you have to have something, and that's what I was saying with spirituality. You have to have something to rationalize with things. You can't just be like, yo, this is done. That's why I was saying with the institution of marriage, I want everything to motherfucking be set up in a way that it's just like it flows, it's automated, it works, and it's perfect. Nobody need to come in and no, bro, this shit's been going nonsense. Like nobody need to change not one code. The reason why, and matter of fact, even if somebody just change one thing, that can fuck up the whole system. People right now is trying to change the whole system. They're saying man and woman, same people. Woman need to date like this, man need to date like this. Yo, be like, it's like, hold on, bro. The system has literally been working for decades upon centuries upon millennials, probably, bro. And now some random Johnny Go Lucky, so smart than everybody in the world, say, you know what? This relationship shit is weird. This institution, you know what it's doing? It's doing this to women. It's doing this to the humans. Okay, cool. Let's try something new. Literally, bro, 2020. Think about how long motherfuckers been on this planet, bro. And now in 2020, people are trying to try something new.
Yeah, because you said the more people you have, the more money you have. And with that being said, the reason you have more money is because you have more human resource.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're allowing men to be the sole human resource and not women,
what you mean? Oh, as far as
that becomes problematic in your like overall income or whatever the case is, right?
You know, it's super problematic for population. Like, I don't think people understand that populations get wiped out. So what you're saying makes sense. And that's
what I'm trying to figure out is like it's not even a question because just like as an analogy, this is a war-like situation. But it's like our women are working as if we are in World War II. And I'm trying to figure out who are we at war with and why do so many women need to be working still?
To what end? Right? To what end? And that's what I don't think people understand. Like even
that's what the situation always is. It's like, all right, to what end are we going to do these x-rays? They're no longer bombing the skyscrapers in New York. Like, when are we going to cut it? Like, it never gets cut off. It just becomes a new norm. And that's why you see so many conservatives and Republicans fighting, because it's like, no, because this is going to become the new norm. I'm not going to be able to go into a grocery store and get food like I used to if I allow them to do these mask mandates and these vaccine mandates and so on and so forth.
I'm telling you, bro, when I say that I know that it's strategic, because I watched a video, and I always see black people doing it for sure. And I watched a video, and there's a white lady and it was a black lady, and the white lady was like, yo, woman killed chivalry, blah, 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 blamski. The black lady hit her with a bunch of da-da-da-da. And like the first thing I noticed was whatever her name was, she was African, and I'd be seeing Americans using this narrative saying, yo, the Africans, they coming over here selling us out. I'm agreeing with them right now. So anyway, she was African and she made a point. But her title was Democratic something strategist. That's what her title was. A Democratic something strategist. So probably relationship strategist, whatever the flex she did. And it was so funny, her response to what the white lady had just presented. And the white lady said, I agree with that. That's not the point. Like, we're talking about chivalry. Like, we're saying why they don't do these things. So it's not that you can't have your job and blah. That's not what we were saying. I'm just telling you the reason why they're not doing these things. So now you had to see the black lady respond. I was like, yo, this is very strategic. Because I know black people, they'll be galvanized, because we was listening to Patrice O'Neal talk, and he kept on stressing. He was like, man, our people. And, you know, he didn't want to keep on saying black people. So it was time that it seemed like, yo, I'm just saying about the people. But, like, he'll come back and he'll be like, yeah, bro, but black people. And he just always want to stress that, like, yo, black people don't think we should have guns. And, like, he stressed these things, bro. And then, like, you see it right now. And then why do you see it? Because they always have Democratic strategists, bro, in every area. They got Democratic gun strategists, Democratic school strategists, everywhere, bro. They're strategists. The same thing on the Republican side, too. They both doing the weird shit. But at least they have independent thought, meaning that they just bring random guys in sometimes. Random guys say some random shit. You like, what the talking about? Check him out. But on their side, it's so structured. So I heard that earlier, and that's why I was saying it's strategic, bro. They got strategists. They got actual people setting up a way to get us. They're literally looking at the situation and saying, yo, what's the best way to get these folks? They running it down, bro. They saying, yo, what's the best way to get these boys? And they say, you know what? Tell them that black women is too advanced. Tell them black women don't date out. And that's why I was saying the gender war is over. Because we're not fighting against women. We're fighting against androids, y'all. This is humanity versus androids, bro. Everybody that don't understand their humanity, bro, is an android. I heard a lady say earlier, a lady said, every man is an alpha to you. And I laughed. And it was weird, but it was true in my sense, because it was like, it has to be, because that's why a lot of guys that's lame, and probably another nigga will be like, man, why she talking to that guy? Because a woman don't recognize what an alpha is. She may have her own ideas. You know what women do? You know women do that shit where they just be like, man, woman is the coolest thing on the planet, bro. Women that make a whole new idea for some shit that we had the definition for decades. Like, you'll be like, yo, the definition right here. And then she'll tell you some new shit. It's like, yo, you sure? Yo, shout out to humans, bro. And not like, shout out to the humans. But make sure y'all pay attention to the androids, bro. The androids sternly against us, bro. Sternly. Every time y'all see people doing super odd shit, you gotta look, but you gotta take like 2 steps back and be like, what human does that? What would a human do? That's the shirt that we need now. What would a human do? Like, every time you see somebody do something off the wall, you know, okay. So you went down to Bridgesville? And you got a plan. You just need some funding for it. What you saying? So you saying bridges falling and you need funding, and you got funding for the bridge money, or you ain't got the money yet for the funding? Oh, you got you got it set up though. All right, cool. We're gonna rock with that.
Hit you with the ML billion. I'm sick of ideas. Tell me how you gonna make this money.
Settings, workshops, and feminist symposia. But now that mindset has infected almost every area of our culture, our businesses, our schools, and now, of course, our politics. Well, dismissing and even demonizing the contributions of men throughout our history has become oh so inspiring. Or at least Elizabeth Warren thinks so.
I wanted to give this speech right here. And not because of the arch behind me or the president that this square is named for. Nope. We are not here today because of famous arches or famous men. In fact, we're not here because of men at all. We're here because of some hard-working women.
Well, her comments kind of tossing off involvement of men in our society, it speaks volumes about the direction the Democrats will take if they gain control again. So men who are heterosexual, strong, aggressive competitors are no longer an acceptable part of society. Not really. They're the problem. After all, the professionals have told us so. Last year, the American Psychological Association released guidelines for psychological practice with boys and men that trash traditional masculinity as leading to, quote, aggression and violence as a means to resolve interpersonal conflict, as well as substance abuse, incarceration, and early mortality. Well, of course, for years, Hollywood's been pushing the skinny jeans, crop top, pajama boy version of masculinity on us. We've gotten kind of used to it. And now even time-honored male brands and businesses are trying to make men feel guilty about being men.
Think about what's going on right now.
I definitely seen a man in a crop top.
Bro, shout out to the little bro. I seen little bro in the store. For some reason, I was able to pick him out. I was like, yo, that nigga some skinny ass legs. That nigga look like somebody that might be related to me. Fucked around, babe. That was little bro. Knowing me, though, you think I hollered at him? I ducked out and left. That's how bro I am. I don't like hollering at people. I don't want nobody to holler at me. If y'all see me out, bro, and y'all see me hanging, don't holler at me, bro. I don't know. Probably if you need to get my number, but if you know my number, bro, don't holler at me out in public, bro. It's a weird situation. It's like, bro, you see me out in public. High as Publix. Don't come up with me in public, bro. So nevertheless, I didn't come up to the brother because he was. I probably shouldn't even say that because that's weird. Because like, what if I was like a bro like that and somebody was like, "What he was? I was looking for him." So nah, not him. Just another little bro I had seen. It was just another little bro that I had seen. Hey, it was another little bro that I had seen. He was just another little bro.
Oh, there's no audio.
But you see him though? Right.
Nobody. Quentin Tarantino watching everyone go after Joe Rogan.
Because Empress, these guys, they was Django heads. Y'all was Django heads. I don't remember nothing the Django movie canceled. Y'all was Django heads, bro. Y'all was just Djangoing away. Y'all was just bro. It was so much niggers being yelled at that nigga by Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo, you need to be out of here. What are you talking about, bro? It's a lot of people you can go get for stupid shit. It should be another thing in that bookmark where a young lady explained about the Obamas. I don't know if you see.
So wait, you saying Quentin Tarantino was in that job?
Nah, those are his movies though. Yeah. He got another movie just like that too.
Wait, what are you looking for again?
Oh, what's that one right there? It's a lady saying something about the Obamas. It might be her right there on that one. Nah, that's not it. What that person saying? That's about Joe?
This?
Oh, that Babylon beat. That one funny. I like it.
Just the headline?
I love it.
Okay, so Joe Rogan agrees to only spread CDC-approved misinformation.
A flick, bro. Yo, man, I don't know what Babylon B is, nigga. I gotta sign up for it. And I seen that dude on Patrick John anyway. So, and I heard him going in, and I said I wanted to sign up for John. So after this, I'm definitely gonna sign up. But another big news, Empress, is The Rock. So I have an article about The Rock, but the thing is, Empress, The Rock was one of the first person Patrick talked about on the show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have that clip run. But on the show, Patrick talked about, Joe Rogan had The Rock in there supporting him. The Rock said, I can't wait to come on the show, brother, and drink such and such with you. Look what The Rock now. What the headlines say about The Rock? Oh, you already gone from it. Yeah, you ain't gotta go back. We can rock from right there, I guess.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson waivers on Joe Rogan support. Okay, so Dwayne The Rock Johnson has seemingly backed away from his previously stated support for controversial podcaster Joe Rogan. This article is by Bruce Herring, updated February 6, 2022 at 9:35 a.m. Dwayne The Rock Johnson has seemingly backed away. The Fast and Furious star has responded to fan notices on Rogan's N-word controversy after initially supporting Rogan's take on the protest removal of music by Neil Young and other musicians from Spotify, where Rogan's podcast is licensed. The musicians have spurred the streamer to object to Rogan's guest on his podcast and some of the information shared therein. Rogan's already hot seat heated up Friday when singer NDRE posted a montage of clips showing Rogan using the N-word. RE posted the clips to allegedly tell fans why she was withdrawing her music from Spotify. Before that, Rogan has claimed he is only interested in telling the truth and having interesting conversations. At the time, Johnson commented on Rogan's explanation video, "Great stuff here, brother. Perfectly articulated." He also said that he looked forward to one day appearing on Rogan's podcast and breaking out the tequila with you. Now Johnson is having second thoughts on his prior comments. "I was not aware of his N-word use before my comments, but now I've become educated to his complete narrative. Learning moment for me." After NDRE clips were circulated, Rogan apologized for his use of the racial slur on the Sabbath via Instagram. Poor guy, using his Sabbath to throw pearls at the swan.
The specific person you're referring to.
That's it.
This is unreal, bro. Joe Rogan really has been sitting there minding his business.
Man, what's
And
funny?
these folks is really trying to comfort him.
What's funny is The Rock, bro. I can't believe The Rock was able to fucking falter like Gibraltar, bro.
Bro, we knew The Rock was gonna falter. We already called it.
This shit.
We had the line tell him he was black one cast.
Who wanted to big him up so you could do
You're not voting for Joe. You're not black.
Nah, man, he was a big Joe supporter.
If you're not voting for me, you're not black.
He was a giant Joe supporter.
Yo, they really went.
Yo, but babe, the thing, the Rock video, yeah, you got to go back. The one that I had on Twitter, you was right over it, and I was telling you to play it. I was like, what that saying?
Oh, okay.
Because The Rock trying to cancel Joe Rogan, I'm trying to cancel Rock.
Yeah, The Rock could go be a part of the industry, bro.
Yeah, like Patrick took down his video. Oh no, it was it right. No.
Okay.
10
Here's
years.
The Rock calling John
and she's
Cena
looking at
a
me.
bloated trans.
Like a bloated transvestite Wonder Woman ready to fight crime. Pew, 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 pew. Like a bloated transvestite Wonder Woman ready to fight crime. Pew, 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 pew.
Dwayne, what's wrong with transvestite people?
What's wrong with Wonder Woman? You say he like a woman? What are you saying about women? What are you saying, Dwayne? Dwayne, you crazy, bro. Don't get caught up in this firestorm of nonsense, bro. It's nonsensical shit, bro. They shouldn't cancel you. They shouldn't cancel Joe. They shouldn't cancel nobody. But, bro, look, you did some... Look at you. You the knuckle dragger, bro. What are you doing? Why you calling, bro, transvestite? That's wild, bro. You're a professional, bro. You can't call people transvestites.
Is that you saying that TV word?
Yo!
Because he said
This affair, and the next morning, and she said, "How could you do that to me?" And I said, "Well, honey, that's actually been debunked by experts familiar with the matter. Experts say that they never saw that happen, right?" So my question is, disinformation, this is a rhetorical question. Disinformation is based upon experts and credible sources. And that's the problem with our modern ecosystem, is that you can't say anything contrary to what those experts tell you.
What do you think is going to happen with Spotify and Joe long term? Like, do you see, is there any chance that Spotify is going to make a big decision? Daniel Ek is, do you see anything happening there?
The only thing that they've come out and said was that they're going to add content advisories to basically Joe Rogan's podcast. Did you hear what he had to say yesterday? Daniel Ek, he came out and made an announcement. He says, listen, I don't agree with plenty of individuals on Spotify, okay? Some I strongly disagree with. We know we have a critical role to play in supporting creator expression while balancing it with the safety of our users. Quote unquote, we don't want to play content censor, but we are putting rules in place.
Well, this is Section 230. This is a central issue here. This is the White House quote, "You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not another." So these companies can't have it both ways. They can either be platforms or they can be they can make editorial judgments. And once these start, what I saw, Daniel Ek is his name.
CEO.
Once you start making decisions to ban certain things and not others, and you start crossing that threshold, now you're effectively you're not protected by those immunities, and you should be sued for liability. These are tough issues, and we've never crossed this Rubicon before. This is today, sitting here today, we've never gone this far. So I don't know what the future holds, but I don't know. It could all. And the other thing is, these CEOs of these companies, these for-profit people like Eck, I don't know what his values are, but if your value is money and profit, what ends up happening is they're always going to fold. They're not going to be able to stand firm. That's what I think is going to happen. They're going to fold, and there's going to be more censorship.
And I think it's bigger than just Daniel Ek. Look at Twitter and Jack Dorsey. People have their thoughts on Jack Dorsey, but people who know Jack say that the whole reason he started Twitter was for a free speech ecosystem. And he got pushed out by the board, by executives, et cetera, et cetera. So now there's talk of him starting his own platform.
What happens with Spotify? Can Daniel Ek hold strong, or will the executives come in, the board members come in and say, no, we're done with you. Thank you very much.
That's a great question, because listen, 45%, you know how much is 45%? You're not talking they lost $16 million. You're not talking they lost $100 million or $400 million. So 45%, you're talking about billions of dollars, okay? Billions of dollars. Their market cap right there, if you look at their market cap right now. What's the market cap of Spotify? $36.4 billion.
You can say that, but they've been falling.
Do you see the market cap of Spotify? $36.4 billion.
Yes.
If you're talking 45%, what is a drop off to go to $36 billion? That's $70 billion valuation. You're talking about they lost nearly $22 to $24 billion in 12 months. We're not talking a little bit of money. So imagine the conference calls where investors are on and saying, how are you handling Joe Rogan?
How you handling that whiteboard over there with that?
Board is sitting there
with
saying,
that third eye in the middle.
We had a meeting. It was a tough conversation they had with me. What are you doing to get 100%? What are you doing to get your agents to get vaccinated? It's a conversation they had with me and my board meeting. So I'm sitting there, I'm having to have a conversation with them.
They had the conversation with
Pat. Have a conversation with Daniel saying, what are we doing about
You are also giving a great lecture for your audience about what
agents to get vaccinated. It's a conversation they had with me at my board meeting. Sitting there, I'm having to have a conversation with them. They've had to have a conversation with Daniel saying, what are we doing? Conversation they had with me. What are you doing to get 100%? What are you doing to get your agents to get vaccinated? It's a conversation they had with me at my board meeting. So I'm sitting there, I'm having to have a conversation with them. They've had to have a conversation with Daniel saying, what are we doing about
You are also giving a great lecture for your audience about why I am a 501c3 nonprofit organization which protects the freedom of association rights for donors to the First Amendment. Because we don't have this problem. We don't have to disclose the Supreme Court has protected our right. They can't boycott our donors because they don't know their names. And this is the problem. I mean, I'm going to go back to my argument. This is the problem with these for-profit news, because Joe Rogan is technically a man who's disseminating information and news, is that they'll invariably fold, you know, and that's why we have fold? I've seen it. The first chapter of my book is called Suffering, because the amount of pain that this man that Eck is going to have to endure to go through this. I think the only way forward is philanthropic, nonprofit sort of the model to get information out there where they can't boycott and target the people that support you. So as soon as the $100 million contracts happen, we'll see what happens.
I think I don't think Rogan's going anywhere. I think Rogan's going to be in demand for a long time to come. I don't think Rogan's going to have a problem because
coming in like the tirade or whatever you call them people. They were coming into
the triads,
fucking up their presses to print off the
news. Oh, damn, it was Epoch or one of them shits, but yeah. Yeah, definitely remember that one. All right, so
that is crazy, bro. Like, this is literally a nightmare, bro.
And I got a few more too. It was all on Twitter, but see, you keep on leaving. Oh, you still got your Twitter one?
Yeah.
Did you see any more of them, John? As a matter of fact, I could scroll down my John to find them and then let you know what I'm telling you. But it should be some more talking about Joe. Rumors has it the Obamas are considering leaving Spotify with Joe Rogan. Fewer people being exposed to their garbage sounds like a win to me. This lady going in on y'all. This is Bridget Brill. Oh yeah. Play this guy. This guy right here tripping.
That Black Africans have it's like a proclivity to violence that they have.
MAOA gene.
Yeah. I recommend people Google it and do their own research. It's like a big debate about what this gene that Black Africans have it's like a proclivity to violence that they have.
MAOA gene.
Yeah. I recommend people Google it and do their own research. It's like a big debate about whether or not, but basically like what it is it's, if you think about like, kind of white European, Asian ancestors, as we kind of moved out of Africa, like aggression and violence was kind of less necessary because we were like farmers and stuff.
But
right?
God, is that really true though? I mean, you look at all the violence and murder and death that's been done by the military, and you think about how many people involved in the military are white and how many people making the decisions are white. I mean, ultimately, that's white people causing violence.
True, but
on
like
a large scale.
This gene that.
Yo, and Joe Rogan hit him with some facts. So we about to do the same. We about to continue this train, this fact train. Cause you know what we about to do. You know Whoopi was on trial. Johnny Cochran then showed up. Johnny Cochran Doodle has showed up, man. You better be lucky I don't have my manures now.
So you already read this one out loud?
Yeah, but this is the young lady that Woods is speaking of. But you can read it in your voice.
Rumor has it the Obamas are considering leaving Spotify over Joe Rogan. Fewer people being exposed to their garbage sounds like a win to me.
Right, so I guess the Obamas talking, Prince, the guy, he's not a prince. Him and his wife, Markle, and the other dude, him, they talking about leaving. This is so politically driven. A bunch of big names trying to leave. It's a bunch of big flakes. Nobody knows you guys, bro. Y'all just some big lames. But y'all can leave. Y'all can leave. But what I wanted next, Empress, was the single black females. I want to knock that one off. It's just real quick. Just running through it. But this is a wild John. Why do we have movies like this? Who?
Lifetime existed.
Fleck Lifetime. So yeah, that's just a fast one, and the next one is gonna be Zhu Yi. Zhu Yi is next, and then we're going to Whoopi.
What's Zhu Yi?
It's one of the CNN boys. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, how to watch single black female movie premiere. Premieres tonight at 8/7 Central on Lifetime. Stream this spooky new drama for free with a Pilo subscription. Single black female premieres tonight at 8/7 Central. Following a troublesome breakup and the death of her father, Monica is struggling to get her life back. Single black female joins her as she secures a new job as an afternoon talk show host, hoping to move forward by immersing herself in work. She even hires an assistant, Simone, and the pair become fast friends. Simone wriggles her way into the center of Monica's life, her sweet exterior masking a terrible secret and ulterior motives. When Monica starts to notice her new friend coming undone, she tries to remove herself from the situation, a decision that initiates Simone's most sinister plans. Where to watch?
So how that sound? That sound like some wild shit to be in.
So 2 schools are big.
Yeah, hopefully it teaches everyone a little bit about pseudo-femininity and seduction in its most sinister form. Because people get lost in the sauce of, oh, she's so feminine, she's so soft, and before you know it, you're getting Kanye'd. But yeah,
you're looking at it a little different. I like that
people
angle.
just don't get lost in the femininity sauce, is all I can say. And hopefully this reveals some tips and advice.
Nah, that's a different angle though. But yeah, that makes sense. This makes sense. It makes 100% sense.
Raven Goodwin is the star. Monica, or protagonist. Simone is Amber Riley. What other information here? Server ties once and take over Monica's life for good. K. Michelle also stars. Single black female, directed by Sherry Carpenter and written by Tessa Evelyn Scott and Sarah L. Jones. Note to readers: if you purchase something through one of our affiliate links, yada yada. But yep, that's the conclusion of the article.
Okay. So now I got Zhu Yi. Zhu Yi. She did some funny shit. Nah, she ain't do nothing really crazy. Look, Empress already ready for me.
U.S. born figure skater Zhu Yi under attack after fall on Olympic debut for China. Beijing CNN. Making her Olympic debut for Team China, California-born figure skater Zhu Yi was eager to prove herself to the Chinese public. Instead, the 19-year-old is facing a firestorm on Chinese social media after she fell flat on the ice and finished last in the women's short program team event Sunday. On Weibo, China's Twitter-like platform, the hashtag Zhu Yi has fallen, gained 200 million views in just a few hours. Many question why Zhu, an American-born skater, was picked to represent China at the expense of an athlete born in the country. This is such a disgrace, said a comment with 11,000 upvotes. On Sunday evening, the hashtag appeared to have been censored. It is unclear why. Oh, putting fallen in China anywhere. I don't know about these arts. But I don't even put it in the same sentence. But yeah, so Zui was the first to compete on the second day of the figure skating team event, gliding into the ice rink to loud cheers from the mostly Chinese crowd at Beijing's Capital Indoor Stadium. But she tumbled and crashed into the wall after a failed jump in the opening combination and missed another jump later in the program, finishing with the lowest score of the event. China consequently fell from third place to the fifth in the standings, just enough to progress to the next round of competition. I'm upset and a little embarrassed, Zhu said after the race, wiping her tears. I guess I felt a lot of pressure because I know everybody in China was pretty surprised with the selection for ladies, singles, and I just really wanted to show them what I was able to do. Unfortunately, I didn't. Pressure to perform. Chinese athletes face huge pressure to get results at the Olympics, with medal counts long touted by the Chinese government as a sign of national strength. In the past, many have faced a backlash for poor performances. Zhu is among at least a dozen foreign-born athletes recruited by China in recent years in an attempt to bolster its medal count at the Winter Olympics. But the attack against her also highlights the pressure these naturalized athletes face to compete under the Chinese flag. Oh, so they went and got this girl that was minding her business to get some more medals. Born in Los Angeles to a Chinese immigrant family, Zhu decided to compete for China in 2018 and gave up her American citizenship. She also changed her name from Beverly to Zhu Yi. But she faced criticism in China for not being able to speak fluent Chinese. Please let her learn Chinese first before she talks about patriotism, a Weibo user said on Sunday. Others have taken aim at her allegedly privileged background and family ties. Zhu's father, Zhu Song-chun, is an award-winning artificial intelligence scientist. He joined Ping University from the University of California, Los Angeles in 2020. The attack of Zhu stands in stark contrast to huge popularity of California-born Elaine Gu, a freestyle skiing prodigy who is also competing for China. The 18-year-old was charmed the Chinese public with her fluent Mandarin and familiarity with Chinese culture. Having grown up spending summer holidays in Beijing, she has become China's unofficial face for the Winter Olympics, featuring heavily in state media coverage to promote winter sports, as well as advertisements for Chinese brands. Oh, Gu get to the money. Gu is due to make her Olympic debut in women's free ski big air qualifications on Monday morning. On Weibo, where Gu has 1.9 million followers, the hashtag Elaine Gu's first show is trending on Sunday night with more than 300 million views. Oh, these folks is selfish. Oh, you fell? Damn, you making China look bad. Fuck you. But yeah, that is the conclusion of that article.
But you see what happened? You see what the Chinese people was mad about?
These Chinese folks don't play about their reputation.
This is what I tell everybody, though.
It's like patriot. The bitch don't even speak the language.
So either you come here and you win, and we say, yo, yeah, he is Chinese. I just thought about it. Or you fuck up and we say, hold on, this bum-ass American person came over here and he's somebody. Get on it. You got to make a decision, bro. You got to make a decision because Chinese said they winners. So if you're a loser, you're not Chinese. It's just simple, right, Empress? It's simple. So I think I got two little videos. I'm going to give you a mouth break. I'm going to give you a mouth break first because you don't need to take a break. You need a break.
Where are we going?
My two YouTube videos right now. I say I'm giving you a mouth break so you know where I'm going.
You really are saying that. What is a mouth break?
Oh, you was reading articles.
And you're saying the YouTube videos are in here?
Yeah, they're not in there?
I see Wikipedia, history, Jewish.
Your John probably. I don't know why your John no load, but I don't got nothing to do with it right now. I'm reading about Muslims.
Okay.
You found it?
I'm refreshing.
Yeah, they be
One second.
Okay. They be trying to slow me in for stride down.
Still not here.
Act of running, late Old English, also race, a narrative, an account. An act of swift running or hurried attack, also a course of life or conduct. All right, so these are like the etymology of the word, kind of where the word comes from. Race, just simply just race.
Mm-hmm.
A running, a rush, a leap, jump, a storm, and an attack, or else a survival of the Old English word with spelling and pronunciation influenced by Old Norse noun and verb. The Norse and Old English words are the Pro-Germanic res, source also of Middle resin to rave, rage. To rage. To be in motion. Okay. People of common descent. That right there, race became a thing of people of common descent from 1560s. Right, so people descending from a common ancestor, class of persons allied by common ancestry from French race. Earlier, raza, race, breed, lineage, family. So raza was race, breed, lineage, or family. Possibly from Italian raza, which is an unknown origin, cognate with Spanish raza. Etymologists say it has no connection with Latin radix, root, though they admit this might have influenced the tribe nation sense, and race was a 15th century form of radix in Middle English, suggesting the words derived from Arabic ras, head, beginning, origin. So then compared to Hebrew Rosh, which is why it's Rastafari, head creator. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I spoke on it before. So yeah, that's what I was just running down just right here, Empress.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you see how it and meaning. Oh no, what is it? Oh no, that's the first one. Go down to the second part, please. Yes, ma'am. So you see, this one came 1560s. And it came from French. Ooh, look at Empress. From French race, earlier raza. All right, so that's how they get that whole situation. So now you hearing this, just you on the outside, you know, would this give you a clearer understanding of why the Jewish people may be considered a race?
Yeah.
People descended from a common ancestor. Right, class of persons allied by a common ancestry.
What is it, Jacob?
Yes, ma'am. But if you go back older than old, right? It starts with Noah with the three sons. All right, so they all three brothers, Ham, Shem, and Japhet. Right, and when you think about Shem is the middle child. Ham is the oldest one, which is why they represent that as Africa. Even though it's weird that a nigga had three different nations, but that's neither here nor there, right? So they represent that as Africa. So he's the oldest brother. So that's what I was gonna kind of get into in a little bit as far as with the Whoopi situation.
Ham can easily be put into that RH again, the Ram, which goes back to Ra.
Head, origin, yeah.
First, leader, everything.
Even when I heard, even when it said origin, beginning, I was like, huh. Okay, so that's for Ra, head, and then they saying maybe Raza. Like how did they make that word into this concept of people descending from a common ancestor? That's the race. Like I feel like they used to say that's the race. That must be the superior race right there. Everybody was just people.
And what does Gaza mean?
I never looked at the etymology of it.
But that's almost like a shout out of like the head.
Because it's the Za and the Raza. So the Za gotta be something. I don't know.
I know Sa is something.
Gaza.
A.
Yeah. Hold on, go now. You already right there. Let me see. Let's see what's up. Oh, they ain't really got that much nothing on here. They got look. You see the first John they got? Go up. But
U.S. student slang shortening.
That tells it from 1968. You think a nigga said that in 1968?
Give me some za.
In 1968. Huh?
They've been on the herbs. No, we're talking to my guy.
So you think in 1968 a bro was giving it out like that?
Can I get some za?
Hey man, you got any za, dude?
Arabic form of Hebrew as force strength. Gaza Strip was created by the division of 1949.
All right, so strength. So yeah, eyes. That's what I was saying. The eyes is za. Either way, right?
That gas.
Yeah.
That Gaza. Yeah, it also mentions here 1560s gaze, from French gaze, which is of uncertain origin and has been conjectured to be from Arabic gaz, raw silk. Goes back to raw. And from Gaza, Palestinian city associated with the production of the fabric.
Yeah, goes back to the za. Yeah, these are all about za. Remember, brother Terrence kept on explaining how everything that has to do with cannabis has to do with weaving and fabric, and that's just the whole processing of it. And he was just like, "Yo, that's very interesting." Like how it's even tied into writing and a lot of these different things. So yeah. But what we had, I said we had a YouTube videos because I'm gonna give you my mouth break. You know what my break means?
I think most I don't want you to give me a mouth break because ain't no videos popping up.
Huh?
There's no videos. I've refreshed it multiple times. You want to just go to one of these Jewish ones?
You might have to get out and come back in, man. What you saying? Ain't no videos popping out, too. You saying the videos are gone? Let me go to it, bro, and just see. Let me pop in a notebook really fast.
Sunday dinner. Nope.
I'm rushing over there right now. Yeah, I don't know if you believe in, but like people are updated. Next time I post a man, I'm gonna screenshot him. It received conflict and updates.
Yeah, I'm about to get out so you can paste.
Burner.
It's ready?
Nah. I'm gonna let you know once I get out and close it completely out. Man, they got the John up. That's not it.
So 2 schools are being accused of bad. Books after one in Washington State pulled To Kill a Mockingbird off the required reading list after complaints from students and parents, including a former Black student who said it made her uncomfortable, and a Tennessee school pulled the graphic novel Mouse out of their lessons on the Holocaust because it contained some nudity and some bad language. Personally, I'm shocked because, you know, given the story of Mouse, I'm surprised that that's what made you uncomfortable, the fact that there was some nudity. And I mean, it's about the Holocaust, the killing of 6 million people, but that didn't bother you. But the naked
I'm not sure that they don't use the naked part as a kind of a canard to throw you off from the fact that they don't like history that makes white people look bad.
Well, this is white people doing it to white people.
Yeah.
So this is, you know, y'all go fight amongst yourselves, but don't, you know.
Well, and look at what kids watch these days and the music they listen to say that when proving or showing them a work of history or art or something that happened is bad language or nudity, turn off reality TV, turn off the radio, turn off everything they're doing, because kids are exposed to this stuff really early in inappropriate situations, not ones where you're learning or teaching.
Yeah, and the nudity is a drawing of his mom who died during the Holocaust.
Yeah,
I mean, in Mouse, which is the other thing. It's just insane.
But I don't know what's going on. Story
it's about the words.
It's about the N word. The girl is triggered in the class by the word.
Because if you're sitting amongst lots of students and you're reading it out loud, it comes up a lot and makes people uncomfortable.
And especially if you're the only
black kid
student there. I mean,
so that was what they're talking about with triggering. I don't know if that should stop people from having it as reading, but it's stopping as required reading.
Well, there's an entire bill moving through the Florida legislature right now about banning any conversation in schools that make people feel uncomfortable because of their race or gender. And there's also in Florida a bill banning talking about LGBTQ conversations. It's being referred to as Don't Say Gay. So I don't know what's happening with all of this banning going on. You know, we talked about Beloved being banned, Mouse, To Kill a Mockingbird, conversations. I think it's making it very difficult to teach kids. And all these people who talk about and complain about people being snowflakes, how do you not raise snowflakes if you don't expose them to reality?
Right? This was the plan with these anti-history laws that started being passed, these alleged CRT laws that started being passed. I don't think people saw far enough into the future. You start banning discussions about race, then you start banning discussions about the Holocaust, then you start banning discussions about the LGBTQ community. That's where it started, and this was all very planned, and in my view. And what bothers me the most is people saying, I don't want my children to be uncomfortable. Well, how about your children being uncomfortable and in a way of learning empathy, in a way of learning sorrow, in a way of being able to empathize with other people's plights. I've always said if my children are subjected to racism at a very early age, which they are, then your child should be okay with having a little bit of discomfort and learning about the racism that exists.
I observe that young children are naturally empathetic.
Yeah.
And that the empathy is kind of drained out of them by their parents and things that they hear out there.
It's that song. It's the
You
song
got to
that
be
Barbara,
carefully
that's
taught
right.
from South Pacific.
Yeah.
You know, my grandson, I remember when he was around 3 or 4 years old, there was a kid who was in trouble for some reason. And I mean, it gives me chills. My grandson put his arm around the kid. Like, I'm with you. And when you talk about empathy, children are naturally like that.
Well, it's the parents'
And
issue.
if you
It's the
teach a
parents'
white
issue.
kid what happened to his friend who happens to be black, he might feel terrible about what happened. That doesn't mean he feels bad that he did something.
Exactly.
This is a confusion that they're creating, I believe.
Well, go ahead.
So that little snippet is what Oprah's. I mean, damn, is what Whoopi said at the beginning.
Yo, this is getting really weird. It's getting really weird. Like, no one flinched, no one batted an eye. It all made sense to me. But somewhere, some little fucking android, it was about race.
Man. And I seen somebody saying that's so, it's like gaslighting the Jewish people. Huh? I'm gaslighting the Jews. Bro, I'm black in America. What are you talking about? I've been gaslit my whole life, bro. I'm trying to ungaslight myself. So if I say something that sounds gaslighty, let me know. What are you talking about? Why do y'all get so emotional? Y'all too emotional for me. I think y'all hiding something. Y'all hiding something. So me and Empress gonna go to the next video, but I don't know if that was it all, Empress. I don't know if Whoopi came back in and said something worse, but like it's done, really. That is
that little piece that nobody flinched over.
It made sense. It was simple. It was funny to me. It was kind of harsh.
Like, y'all to yourselves.
Yo, that's the same shit they be.
Like some white on white crime.
That's the same shit they be hitting us with, and it's like, nah, but.
Oh boy, here you go with your playlist links.
What you mean? Something?
Your playlist links are very not direct. They go to your playlist, not the video.
Man, these niggas trying to corrupt call. What, the Super Bowl going on? You know, me and Empress don't know about none of these stuff.
Yeah, John, you've been boycotted for the past 4 years now. What Super Bowl? What's a Super Bowl?
But somebody trying to make fun of somebody does once you find that video. What's going on? Saying ain't no video? What is that red bar they giving you? You should take my goddamn shades off. I got them back on. I'm back on again. You move around, but you ain't my friend. You smoking dope and you chilling with them. They don't know you though.
Okay, which one?
I'm going to just play a
GoFundMe is responding to claims of fraud and facing potential investigations from the state of Florida. The crowdfunding platform recently froze the Freedom Convoy page. Donors wanted to help Canadian truckers who may see less work due to the latest COVID vaccine mandates. GoFundMe claimed the page went against community guidelines. But here's the issue. The website told donors submit a claim to get your money back or the cash will be given to another charity. That did not sit well with Governor DeSantis. He took to Twitter to say that he and Attorney General Ashley Moody will be investigating the, quote, deceptive practices. Now, however, the online platform already decided to automatically refund all donors within 10 days.
This right here, I'm going in on this on Taco Tuesday, so I don't wanna belabor the situation, but bro, somebody try to commandeer your money, bro. Me and Empress watched a bunch of videos on this, and I'm pretty sure we played one of them on the cast.
GoFundMe is
Black bro,
responding
for sure,
to
I know we
claims
played
of
on the
fraud
cast.
and facing potential
They do
investigations
this all the
from the state
time,
of
bro.
Florida. The crowdfunding platform
Oh, you doing
recently
some illegal with the money and
That last link is the trucker video.
Oh, bro, the links again mixed up. All right, is there another link in there?
Yeah, and it goes straight to the playlist.
The other link too?
No, one goes to that trucker video, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
The middle one goes to the playlist. The other one for that was a Whoopi clip.
Man, okay, well, it's gonna be one in there right now, but let me get it out. All right,
So the small one is in there. I wonder if something happened when I jump just straight out. Like if I just jump straight out.
Can you start putting them at the top? It's all the way at the bottom.
I feel like at the bottom was the best place. At the top is too hard. Because I gotta keep on moving them down on my phone, and I gotta tap little small little areas.
Okay,
But
never mind. If it's inconvenient, don't worry.
oh yeah, it's inconvenient. But I'll find a way. Probably just
No, because it's not that inconvenient for me. I was just trying to give you a tip, but there's a reason.
yeah. I start at the top where I label everything and go straight down. So yeah.
You ready for this?
California only has 100 Ethiopian Jews, including Samu and his family. Arriving at the age of 3, California only has 100 Ethiopian Jews, including Samu and his family. Arriving at the age of 3, Esther, now 40, tells us about her school career in Beverly Hills.
I went to a Jewish private school from about 5 years old until I was about 14, right before high school. It was interesting. I was the only Black girl there. Everybody else was white around me. I remember that there was a rabbi in our school. Actually, he was a substitute teacher, and he came for the day. And I remember coming back from recess, and he stopped me in front of everybody, and he said, "Stop, what are you doing here?" And being an 8-year-old or 7-year-old, I think during that time, what would somebody answer? Of course, I go to school here. And he said, "Well, you're not supposed to be here." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you're Black." I think that's one of the moments when I actually realized that I was different from everybody else. I mean, I knew I was different, but I also knew that I was color different.
Eleni, an African-American Jew of Ethiopian descent, has also experienced racism in the Jewish community.
People should really take the time to get to know, especially in the Jewish community, get to know their neighbors and get to know the people that comprise the Jewish people, and not perceive that it's only Ashkenaz Jews that are out there, only Sephardic Jews that are out there. And I think it's really tiring to explain over and over again who you are and what you're doing in shul.
Esther's father, Samu, a political exile in 1981, struggled to get his papers, a journey full of pitfalls where the Jewish community has repeatedly tried to harm it.
Every meeting I go, like Esther said, "You don't look Jewish. How do you become Jewish?" They say. Everybody doesn't look Jewish. Everybody looks like where they come from.
Elisheva Rishon, a Brooklyn Jew and African-American, moved to Los Angeles and launched a clothing brand inspired by her story.
I also want people to feel proud of being Jewish, because right now in America, there has been a huge spike in anti-Semitism, and a lot of people feel afraid to show their Jewishness, and I think we should do the exact opposite. I think we should proudly show who we are.
But it's not just about Black Jews. American Jews in this Latin community have a hard time being heard.
Especially in Jewish communities, there is a unique tie between our historical experience with oppression and modern current expressions of disenfranchisement or oppression in American communities that make us natural allies, specifically for Black and Brown communities in the US. And I hope that Jewish folk in America will work very hard to look inward at the way their Jewish communities are, to examine ways that they could be not only more welcoming to the true multiracial, multi-ethnic Jewish community that they have present already, but also how they can ground themselves in their Jewish identity to serve other communities.
All right, so what's to say that Oprah, my gosh, Whoopi, I'm not doing that shit now one more time, I promise I'm not. Yeah, I'm tripping, Empras. I'm tripping. So that was just a Black person. Like, what is Black people? Is that an ethnic group or something now? Can you be two different races? Maybe you can. Right? You can be two different races.
Scientifically speaking?
I'm saying, like, the Jews, they're saying they're a race. But then they got other people, and it's intra-community racism. What does that even mean?
Like it'd be a big difference if these was like two like Ashkenazi Jews and they had racism against each other. That'd be a different way. It'd be like, yeah, bro, that bro don't like himself either. He don't like the way Jews look. He don't like the big nose. But it's like these are two different types of Jews. There's one that's a dark skin color, and that's actually racism. But you're saying that they're still the same race? That's wild, bro. What's your thoughts on that situation? Because you heard the black young lady just speak just now, so that's what I just want to figure out. What's your thoughts, though, based on what you just heard?
You're gonna always hear my thought as far as I've always initially been confused about the Jewish people not identifying as white, even though when I look at them, I see white skin. So the confusion is that I don't know, how do you ID it as a race issue more so than attributes or characteristics? Because it seemed like they were concerned about hair color and nose shape, not about skin tone. That substitute teacher that girl experienced was concerned about skin tone. Skin tone usually has something to do with race. And scientifically speaking, that's why they have the Negroid, the Mongoloid, the Caucasoid, and all these different titles have different colors attributed to them. You're usually going to get a melanated being with the Negroid, unless they're albino. With the Mongoloids, you're going to get a more yellow tint. With the Caucasoid, you're going to get a more white, pale, pink, red tint, depending on what emotion they're experiencing. So yeah, it's always been that baffling, like, fight within me of like, these people are white. They're obviously white. But it's like you have to do a deep dive and understand that, yes, these people have the same tones, but they will literally go to death for their ideologies. And that's what we need to recognize as humans, because people identify us as Tulak, and we identify ourselves as BLK. They give off the same sound and reverberation, but we believe in completely different things. Our mentality is at a whole nother level. So to compare us to those people is an insult. And that's where I could see the Jewish people being insulted when you hear a frame of reference that it isn't about race. It's about, this white on white crime, because it's like, no, they don't believe in anything we believe in. They don't stand on, like, they ain't got nothing to do with what we stand on. So don't say we the same as them. That's an insult to us. So I can see where the frustration would come from the Jewish community and the outcry. But again, you guys also have to understand, to cancel someone for the obvious facts of the matter of you guys both have the same pale skin. Like, explain that to us. Like, how is it about race with two pale skins?
Yeah, but they don't got no right for outcry. Nope. Not until the Beta Israel could go and be free, just like y'all could be free. Not until a race actually separate. Like the minute that I see race not separating nothing, then I'll be like, yeah, them people are a whole different race. Obviously, we don't have the same common ancestor. Like, what's our common ancestors that you? Well, I guess you would say Noah. Goddamn, I don't know. That's what you would say, because I guess you say you from Shem. You part of Shem.
But you're saying common ancestor, because even when we see the blonde-headed white person to the black-haired white person, you always ID that black-haired, brown-haired white person as like some type of mix of races, right? Whereas if you see that blonde-haired, blue-eyed person, you're like, oh, this is a recessive gene. This obviously has a different lineage. So the Jewish people, they have the dark hair. So you could cross-examine the gene pool, I guess, and be like, okay, well, they have some in them, but would you deem them that if they're not full-blooded, whatever?
And like I said, the only argument for it, right, is say Hitler said the Aryan race, right? But technically, I've seen something that even scientifically was kind of representing the Aryan race. I'm not sure what they exactly called it. Maybe it was the Caucasoids, but I thought I seen one of them that was like Aryan or something weird. I got to go back and double check on that situation. But right, Hitler kind of stood on, yo, it's a superior race over here. We want a superior race. So I can see how that could be an angle, right? I can see how it could be an angle based on things like that. But I'm still confused because what about the Beta Israel? What about the actual people? What about even from biblical times when the Most High was like, yo, Solomon, you want to get married? Okay, cool. What about this young lady right here? And
and that's what it would have to be a matter of. It would have to be a matter of black people killing white people because they're white, or white people killing black people because they're black. Like, that's what the race, like, push and pull is. It isn't about, oh, they didn't like the way our noses looked in our hair color. Like, huh?
But remember, we had seen the one different one just to kind of give them an argument, right? We seen a different situation where they were saying race and they had it in the same barometer of tribes. Right, so like when you see Africa, you see like black people fighting against black people. It's like, no, they're different tribes. Like, I guess they're different races. Like, is race something bigger than tribe? Like, even though they were saying like, yo, I don't know what the origin of these words is. Maybe they got something to do with Raza. Maybe, you feel me? That's what they were trying to figure out as far as what these words even mean.
Like, kind of concede, like, well, I guess you could argue these guys do things differently, so technically they are a different race of people, but it's just like, to what extent? Because once you leave outside of that region that is aware of who your tribe is, you're just another black person.
And that's 100% fact, right? Because they can pass as white, right? So even when I came at this initially and I was like, yeah, it's about race, blah, I'm not gonna knock it. But there was white Jewish people, or whatever colored people, or whatever type of Jewish people, right? There was Jewish people that was in the Confederate Army, right? So I said, yo, those are Nazis. Jews in them. Like, what's the concept? Like, I don't really get a lot of the concepts that they're trying to make about race. I think it's less about race and more
about the inhumane situation.
Yeah, I don't think it's about race. Like I said, I would only have to agree with Whoopi because she's saying simply, yo, it's just bad. It's just androids versus humans, bro. Somebody just doing some shit that makes no sense. Like, to even superimpose, yo, he was white. He was, like Joe Rogan said, yo, most of the destruction and crazy stuff that happened on this planet.
That's like somebody coming back and being like, yeah, the vaccine situation was about like race. It's like, nah, it was about these people believing in something, whatever color they were, and these people believing in something, whatever color they were. It has nothing to do with race, or don't try to race bait any of this shit.
That could actually be the race, right?
Cut it out.
Vaxxers versus non-vaxxers.
Biotech versus
right, those are two different races, I'm guessing. But what this is, hey, this situation that I got for you also?
Yeah, I think this is a video. Oh no. No, it moved. Yeah.
So we were done with our last done.
No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, we did finish it. Okay.
All right, so since I presented that, I go to this little history boy. It says History Newsweek.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Let me see if I can do something.
Yeah, but that's racism, bro. That Jewish person really said that to her as a freaking 8-year-old. The nerve of him. They don't belong here.
You're not the one of us.
Like, really? What? Anyways, are Jews a race or religion? Question mark. Alrighty, let's get into this one. So, in 1982, the Shari Tefillah Synagogue in White Oak, Maryland, was vandalized by a group of neo-Nazis. The congregants filed a civil lawsuit which argued that the plaintiffs themselves are not claiming the status of race. They had clearly been discriminated by the vandalizers as a racial group and were therefore entitled to federal protection as such. They made this claim based on post-Civil War laws guaranteeing all persons, i.e. blacks, the the same legal protections as white persons.
All right, so now,
in other words, without explicitly saying so, the Jews, as historian Naomi W. Cohen put it, were now claiming rights as an ethnic group, not just as a religion.
Right. So, and this is what black people always speak about, and other people speak about. Like, they stole our rights. Our rights were stolen, bro. Like, the laws don't need to be changed. We need to, first of all, step in our right position, but we need to even understand the law. Like I said, was listening to Patrice earlier. He was talking about a lot of these different things. Like, it don't even make sense. It's like, yo, that old ass piece of paper, bro. What is that? It's like, bro, what?
It's the same thing, though.
It's all your rights, dude. Go in.
Because the only people that we can fight is the system, because they're the only ones not availing us our rights. They're the cops are the ones that are a main aggregate of hurting us or bringing harm to us. So you're fighting, the beast ultimately, whereas these other people are fighting, these individual single scenarios and cases.
And that was ML Ho-John with the Geo Group and Core Civic, right? Because now you're in control of those officers. You're in control of these different things. When he even brought up the one John, you remember the name of it? The John they got for beating you.
Oh, the
Bond something. You remember that? We're gonna think of it. We ain't about to fix it.
Yeah, but they pretty much incentivize you to actually have these police brutality.
Police brutality bond or something. Yeah. Something to that effect, nigga.
And like there's money just allocated for settlements of this nature or whatever, and it's payouts everywhere, judges, court fees, things of that nature. So everyone wins allegedly, except for I guess the person who lost something that money can't replace. But this is funny to me because it's like, what's stopping these Jewish people from taking off the clothes and the garbs and everything and just going to be a regular white person and no longer believing in the faith?
They do that. You got to understand, Empress, there's different sects, right? So there's a sect that says if you're from a Jewish mother, practicing the religion or not, this is your race. Same way if you black, nigga, you can take your clothes off, you can do whatever, nigga, you feel me? So that's a way too, but they can still pass as white. So like I said, they don't have to practice the religion, so they can walk around and not get criticized or ostracized.
So like they're literally being able to have the cake and eat it too, comfortably. Because they're playing both sides of the aisle. It's like, no, I'm an ethnic group. Oh, but I also got this white card on my skin.
Right, because now when I see the blacks, I'm against them. So but I thought you said the Jews was an ethnic group. Yeah, but not those Jews. What do you mean those Jews? The black Jews? So is it about race then? Like what separated the
bro? Like that's the only way. Like you literally identify a race is by colors. Like if you look at birds, like you don't just be like, look, that bird think this way. He got to be Jew. It's like, nah, that bird is red. He got to be a cardinal. That bird is blue. He got to be a blue jay. Like there's no like brainer to it, bro. It's there in your face as an expression, bro. That's why the Most High unveiled us a spectrum of light to let you know what these things mean. So yeah, bro. Like I said, bro, I've always been extremely cynical about that, and now that we're actually kind of analyzing and diving into it, it's like, hold on. Now I see why my spirit didn't sit right with this. They're playing both sides of the aisle, bro. This isn't right.
It's about to get crazy, and yeah, I know that there was black people that fought in the Confederate Army. I know a lot of these different histories, so I'm not gonna go too deep where I'm like, yo, if could a black person be in the Confederate Army and he being black? I'm not really want to get into that, but as far as like the actual organization of the KKK, let's not even talk about the Confederate Army because they don't have to be strictly KKK members. Like it's a slight difference. They don't have to be neo-Nazis or whatever the situation is. So even though I was using this article that I'm about to bring up as far as them being in the Confederate Army and these different things, I'm bringing these up to show like how was they able to get in there? Like, what was they selling card? Like, what did they tell him? Like, I'm a white. Like, well, you feel me? Like, what's the selling? And then the next one, oh yeah, you already got some shit set up. But yeah, you told me to line it up, so I put something all the way at the top.
Okay.
But yeah.
So you're done with this?
But where we at with this? Did you already read? You done with it?
Yeah, they're claiming the ethnic group. That position comes as no surprise, with the concept of Jewish ethnic identity lies at the very heart of modern Zionism, but it is a concept fraught with peril. Most of Israel's founders were Ashkenazi Jews from Eastern and Central Europe, but that's so funny.
Those are the Zionist
neo-Nazis,
people that they're talking about.
But these people are Ashkenazis. Like, why? Like, what is that Nazi thing about? Are they trying to say they're the new Nazis? Forget the Ashkenazis? I don't know. Anyways, are far from the only ethnic branch of Judaism. Sephardic Jews originate from Spain and North Africa. Old, even ancient Jewish groups live or have lived in Georgia, the Middle East, Sub-Saharan Africa. Yes, there are Black Jews and even China.
See, y'all should all know this whole Georgia and Russia and Madame Blavatsky narrative, because I've told y'all about these Jews. These were the black Jews. Like, they tell you about the czars of Russia. Just kind of do your research. Matter of fact, if any of y'all even watched the movie The Last King of Scotland, a black dude played that role. Y'all got to kind of catch up on these narratives, like. And that I don't know, maybe we should do like one of those courses where I was telling Empress, I just want to play some videos for y'all, kind of just get y'all in the same mindset so that I don't have to run stuff back and be like, yo, what about, you remember this now? So like, even if y'all go take a chance to watch The Last King of Scotland, you'll see, I think Forrest Whitaker played The Last King of Scotland, and then you do a little research and be like, what the fuck Irish people got going on? And you'll get in there. Well, so we about done.
No,
yeah.
The face of Judaism is becoming even more diverse in the United States. A recent New York Times article profiled a summer camp for Jews of color. Up to 10% of America's 6 million Jews are non-white. So perhaps the question should not be, are the Jews a race or a religion, but rather, who is a Jew? Under Jewish religious law, halakha, halakha, a person is Jewish if they are born to a Jewish mother, even if they themselves are not religious, or if they convert to another religion. One can also convert.
Okay, so now that right there is all from religious law. So that's just from. So when we say religious laws, that's from exactly. So this is all from the Talmud, kind of the original commandments that your brother brought. So like, that's kind of what they're going off. So even when you hear this concept, you think about, oh, all right, well, boom, the mother is this, and then okay, well, the mother is this. So now you kind of hearing that mother concept that was always removed from Christianity, right? Because this is Judaism, right? This is the actual practice. And I'll tell you, they don't really look at Yeshua as per se as somebody that came that's super special, right? He's just another boom, he came in the lineage, shout him out. But you remember, they don't look at him as the bruh,
the Lord and Savior.
Yeah, they got like a different view. Like yes, ma'am, he's a prophet to them. So we gotta go in a little bit. But hey, Whoopi, you weren't wrong, bro. You wasn't not wrong.
Okay, so one can also convert to Judaism, although the religion itself does not proselytize.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, let me make this bigger so you can see as well. Right here. Of course, some branches of Judaism are less strict in their definition. Reform Jews in the United States, for instance, can claim Jewish identity if either the mother or the father is Jewish. Israel follows this definition in its law of return. The children and grandchildren of Jews, regardless of parent or grandparent, are entitled to Israeli citizenship. Are the Jews a race or a religion? It would appear that as a matter of law and custom in the United States and Israel, they are both.
Right? So maybe not by nature, Empress. Right? So if we want to go off nature and want to say, yo, they're not a different race, because why are people within the group different races? You got Chinese bros, you got this bros. You tell me like a white dude can't convert to being black? You think a white dude could just convert Hey, yo, I went to HBCU, G. What do you mean?
Blackface as a joke.
No, I went to HBCU. Dude, I fully converted. Look at me. I got my locks. What are you talking about? I'm a black dude. Like, I don't know if people could do that, bro. So it's wild. I don't think people can convert to races, bro. So I think just by that definition of giving people that ability to convert to your job, you disqualify yourself from being a race. What you think, Empress?
Wait, run it back one more time.
Just by the virtue of the fact that these people said that you could change over and become one of them, they disqualify themselves from being a race.
Yeah, it just seems like another secular situation where it's like, we actually don't care if you get identified by a pastor as being married and witnessed. Can you just sign right here, please?
It's like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm just signing over. So you tell me I'm black and I could just be another race, and I could just be like, no, bro, I'm a Jew. What are you talking about? I'm not black, bro. What are you looking at me?
Yeah, and it's just like it works in that Jewish community maybe where people know you, but as soon as you step out of it, like, you better stick to your society.
What people
because
know you.
Right outside the door there's a Whoopi Goldberg, like, brother, what are you saying? I'm looking at both of y'all.
That nigga looking at you like Clayton Bigsby, boy. You look like you one of them black dudes.
If you take that gel out of them side locks, take that hat off, take everything off, all that gear you got on, and he takes all his gear off, I might think he's more Jewish than you. Just looking at his nose.
I'm telling you, I be killing them because every day they look at me, they be like, no way he could be a Jew. I don't know what y'all even seen in Jews. I'm like,
I was telling this lady about my sabbatical, and she was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Yeah, the Sabbath. It's held. It's observed here." Okay, bye.
I heard some positivity the other day. I was at the gas station. I don't know if it was Asian bro inside the store or somebody, but they had it. It was a Sabbath. It was Friday night. They had John playing loud, like a pastor talking about the Sabbath the whole time. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, is they just trying to calm the neighborhood down? Like, what is this? Like, I've never even seen this before. Like, they got fucking a pastor preaching aloud. It's like a radio station that he got on. Loud from the loud John that they'll be like, pull up that John.
That's needed. I'll shout him out.
That's wild as hell, but that shit was fly though. I appreciated the hell out of it. I was like,
people
man,
need to hear it, bro, because they're running away. They're running away at an alarming rate under the guise of spirituality, and nobody's doing no research, no studying, no reading. No one knows the history, so no one knows where they're going. They just know they're spiritual now and they can move water.
Whoopi always had her locks. Yeah, I can't come at Whoopi like that, bro. Not with me and Empress sitting right here. Y'all can't come at Whoopi like that. And then, like I said, y'all can once y'all let me know what's going on with the Beit Israel. Once I figure out what's going on with them, then I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, nah, Whoopi was wrong. We a race. Look at us now, Whoopi. You over here too, bro. You over here too. Yeah, we all over here on the Jew bandwagon, bro. What? Where the money at? Reparation? We didn't get no Whoopi. We gotta start asking these folks, where's our money at, bro? Only a certain amount of Jews get it. What Jews was Holocaust? Because I'm seeing that y'all taking some Jews out, because I just recently seen a couple of the black Jews that was coming out explaining some situation. They're not Holocaust survivors, but they had family members that was in the Holocaust. They're darker skinned Jew people. So I was just trying to figure out, where is our reparations? Like, black people, bro, we lost. We don't know where we get reparations from. We in America. Americans kicking us out. They say, yo, we FBA out here, nigga. They kicking us out. You go over there, they kicking you out. You born in California, you on China team, China kicking you out. No matter where you at, you getting kicked out.
FBA had to be planning by the FBI. What you say? FBA must have been planning by the FBI. You can catch them on the FB. If you know that ticker, then you know what I'm talking about. Ain't no metaverse in that G.
Ain't no metaphors here. If you FBA, you FBI. Ain't no metaphors here. If you FBA, you FBI. That FBA gonna get on my ass.
Without the conviction rate.
Shout out y'all, boy, bro. I'm done.
They ain't got no conviction, bro.
I'm done. Empress just baited me in.
Sorry. The Jewish people historically want their history told as accurately as possible.
You know that.
It amazes me why they want to distance themselves from a past that was honorable, a past that was good to them, and one in which they were accepted as equals. Most Jewish Confederate descendants now join with the politically correct in denouncing their forefathers of the Southland of America, the Confederate States of America. I believe that one of the largest ethnic groups to serve the Confederate States of America were first, second, and third generation Jews. Jews had lived in Charleston, South Carolina since 1695, and by 1800, the largest Jewish community in America lived in Charleston, South Carolina. In fact, the oldest synagogue in America, KK Beth Elohim, was founded by Charleston. By 1861, a third of all Jews in America lived in Louisiana.
I don't want to say it was about race, but just be careful where they going, though.
Some say more than 10,000 Jews fought for the Confederacy, with 2,000 of them being officers in the Confederate government. Others say that only 6,000 Jews served the Union Army and as few as 2,000 Jews in the Confederacy. I believe the number of Jews in the Confederacy was more likely to have been between 6,000 and 10,000. I believe that to be more likely because the Jewish population prospered more in the South, and the South was more tolerant to their religion than in the North.
Mm-hmm. The North was damn near like British niggas.
Just very secular.
Yeah, them
Catholic, Roman Catholic.
Yeah, I would only imagine, but yeah, they was under the Queen.
Italian.
You know them guys.
Okay, so take today. No one knows how many of the South Jews have Confederate ancestors. Probably tens of thousands of just Atlanta's 100,000 Jews. Here is an account we should look to from Joseph Goldsmith in reference to numbers in the Confederate Army. He was connected to the war from start to finish. He was also to the War and Navy departments and the Confederate government as a contractor for sidearms and accoutrements.
Mm-hmm.
Accoutrements. Joseph Goldsmith was known as the Jewish Confederate chaplain before the fall festivals of their Jewish observance in 1864. He went to Richmond and met with an old friend, Mr. M.J. Michael Backer. Joseph Goldsmith writes in a letter, 1864, there are right around here. I think they meant they are, but yeah. They are right around here and in our other armies, many Jewish soldiers who would like to keep Rosh Hashanah, but especially Yom Kippur, according to Yom Kippur, according to our law and ritual. I'm trying to get a furlough for these soldiers over these holy days, but do not know how to go about it. Here is a petition of the Secretary of War. You know him well. Will you present it, or will you go with me to introduce me, or will you get Mr. Benjamin to recommend it? I informed Mr. Michael Backer that as far as Mr. Benjamin was concerned, it did not come within the scope of his special office, that if his recommendation was needed, I could pledge it, and that the whole matter was for Mr. Seddon to decide.
Okay, and right now when they're speaking about Mr. Benjamin, they could be speaking about Judah Benjamin, right? Mm-hmm. And Judah Benjamin, he was Judah Philip Benjamin, right? He was, you could just read this, you don't have to pull it up. Just a small little jot about him, just so people can understand who Mr. Benjamin is. But he was a Jew also.
Excuse me.
Do your thing, don't rush.
Judah Philip Benjamin, August 6, 1811 to May 6, 1884. Was a United States senator from Louisiana, a cabinet officer of the Confederate States, and after his escape to the United Kingdom at the end of the American Civil War, an English barrister. Benjamin was the first Jew to hold a cabinet position in North America and the first to be elected to the United States Senate who had not renounced his faith.
The first, bro. Right. So that's what that's what I'm running down as far as if it's not about race, like I don't know, like what was his stand-ins, right? What was he doing? Like what was he doing? Like I understand the narrative is in the South we were much kinder, even though there was slavery, right? Up north was harsh for black people, and I'm like, yeah, I know the narrative, but man, y'all had slaves, bro. Like I understand what you're saying, bro, but like, what about? I don't know, bro. But they was saying, it wasn't really that bad, bro, down here in the South. And in the South, we was able to bear arms. I don't think we was able to bear arms in the North. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure how everything worked out. But yeah, when he's speaking about Benjamin, that's Judah Benjamin he's speaking about. So that's that's another little tidbit I wanted to throw in there as far as I don't know how important race is because I don't know what was the likelihood of a black person. Like I know black people was in the Confederate Army, right? But I don't know how early. I do know how early. I just can't remember the exact date.
Yeah, it's interesting that they said 1864 as like an ending of the timeline because 1804 is when they got the freedom and Louisiana Purchase was, the Haiti's first stop as far as dropping people off and turning that into a place of commerce. So now it's like, hold on, there was a whole bunch of Jews in Louisiana. Who were those Jews?
And that's interesting. Then it's super interesting that point that you even bringing up because like you just made the point. After the Haitians did what they did in 1804, Haiti was like, yo, fuck it. We're going around and we're freeing black people everywhere. So they already had that move in their mind, like, yo, we going everywhere, bro. And we know that in South Carolina, we had brothers like Denmark Vesey. I'm pretty sure he was in that Charleston area. So when I'm hearing Confederate and I'm hearing these different narratives, I'm like, was these people hunting black people? Like, what were their actual job? I know there was time the Confederate fought against the North and, put in some work, right? Put in some work to kind of get the country free. But I just don't know what the narrative has always consistently been.
Yeah. Like, what is that history? Like, did they get the memo first about like, yo, a whole bunch of slaves coming? Like, what? Like, because I'm really trying to figure out the timeline as far as when did they, start to really capitalize on the whole interest game? Was it in the 1800s? Was it in the 1900s? Like, when did they really start to go crazy with that stuff and become these a wealthy class? Like, were they a wealthy class fighting in the Confederate Army?
No, we definitely got to get on that shit. But I'm already looking at it like simply, and this always happened too. Because I'm pretty sure Garvey went to Jamaica, and then he said he got ranned out. There's some weird narrative, and then he ended up passing in like Great Britain or one of them places. London, United Kingdom, UK, right? And they just said that Judah P fled the UK. All right. So I'm trying to figure out what that UK narrative was about also.
UK was a polite dictatorship, right? Before Empress got the independence from America.
Why not Canada?
The British are coming.
And those are UK bros.
Great Britain. London.
Yeah, I got to dive into that. I wanted to go, that wasn't really the presentation, but I want to dive into that. That's interesting. So we about to finish this John out so we can wrap this John out.
This?
Yeah, we about done with that. I don't want to beat their head in.
The Jewish Confederates based on Israel?
Nah, go to the one all the way to the top. If it's up, there should be up. There's not up there?
Yeah, we just did that one.
Nah. It's
the Jewish Mouth?
It's supposed to be another one, Beit Israel.
This one.
All right. Yeah, I had moved it. They didn't move it yet. They say either way. Either way. So we keep on saying to Israel. So I kind of just want to bring it up, just kind of so we can get some understanding on it, right? And like me, Empress was explaining, there's a lot of scriptures, and I remember I used to sit down with my black brother, and I used to tell him, "Yo, what you think about Ethiopians being what? No, Africans got nothing to do with it." Like, yo, you bugging, my boy. Yo, you bugging, yo. White. If your man told me white people is closer to black people than Africans, I'm like, yo, you wild, my G. I would take the L on that one. I'm taking the L on that one. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the L on that one, bro. But in the scriptures, there was Queen Sheba. They spoke about the eunuch, the Ethiopian eunuch. They spoke about Solomon's temple, and they spoke about Solomon having concubines and Solomon meeting Queen of Sheba. There was narratives from people that Ethiopia may have had Dark of the Covenant or whatever the situation may have been. So I'm just running a couple of these things down. And like historically, it's kind of been some little things there. I always say another thing about the king. He was super important because his lineage was older than the people that was already in Ethiopia prior to him. That's weird. Same thing that the Yeshua said when he came, and they was like, "What do you mean you're older than Moshe? You're a young man, bro. What are you talking about? You're older than Moshe? You a baby, bro. Moshe is dead. Moshe been gone." And he's like, "Bro, you just don't understand." So that same concept. So before the king empress, everybody over there was, I would say, more so Muslims. Right, so that was kind of more so the practice. So even if you look at Ethiopia, it's still that narrative where it's that narrative is there. When the king came in, the king was like, "Yo, we on this Christian vibe. I think, bro. I think that we missed it. Like, I don't know if he hit him with the Christianity, but the king used a lot of colloquial terms just so he can communicate better. Right? He was speaking in English, so he'll say things like "Yesos Christos." Right? He'll say a lot of these different little narratives, but his whole shit was, "Yo, there's the tribe lost that's not found. We already have the tribe over here in Africa." That's how we was looking at it. We're missing our tribe. We got people that's lost in the Americas. That's how the king was looking at it. So the king was super into the Americas, right? Traveling to Jamaica, meeting up with the local Rasta people. Like, "Yo, y'all some Nazarite shit with y'all on? Y'all know something? Cool. I need y'all as some priests. Yo, what's going on in America? It's a president over there named JFK. Oh, let me go holler at him. See what he's talking about." So he's touching these different important spots.
That's Joe Rogan.
Right? He's touching the super important spots, and now he's bringing light to the situation. Now people are saying, "Yo, what does he know?" Then Italy attacks him. Fascism attacks him, Empress. Fascism attacked him, and is supported by the UN. He goes to the UN. He said, "Today for me, tomorrow for you." Right? He goes to them and he says, "Today for me, tomorrow for you." Right after some weird attack, and he was like, "Yo, y'all not gonna sanction these boys? Nah, y'all not gonna. There's no recourse for these guys that just did some wild shit." And it was no recourse, right? So they end up getting the brother exiled and things of that nature. But that brother had a different fight. And even if you hear Egyptologists or archaeologists even speak about what was going on over there in Ethiopia, they tell you about the overthrowing of this, because this is important on a lot of levels. Like I tell you, at the same time they discovered Lucy was damn near the same time they crowned the king of King, Lord of Lord, and all these different titles, right? So, whatever situation may be, whatever situations may be, don't worry about it. We're about to talk about the Beta Israel right now.
Okay, the Beta Israel, Hebrew Beta Israel, GEs, as you can see, House of Israel or Community of Israel, also known as Ethiopian Jews.
Boom. So, all right, Jewish community that developed.
Okay. And lived for centuries in the area of the kingdom of Aksum and the
Aksum.
Ethiopian Axum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like Axiom?
Mm-hmm.
And the Ethiopian Empire, which currently divided between the modern-day Amhara and Tigray regions of Ethiopia. Most of the Beta Israel community immigrated to Israel in the late 20th century.
Okay, so I want you to go down. I want you to go to origins. Keep going. Terminology. Religion. All right, boom. Start right. Hold on. Go down. Let me see what they say about the religious situation. It's a colloquial term for faith. Haimanut. Is a colloquial term for faith, which is also used as a term for the Jewish religion by the Beta Israel community, and the Ethiopian Orthodox Christians also use it as a term for their own religion. Okay, you can go down. Just keep on. It's a name. Keep on going. All right, go up a little bit. Go up right there. Also make a part of the canon are Sirach, Judith, Esdras, 1, 2, Maccabean, Jubilees. Yeah, so like I said, these are a lot of these things right here is what makes up, and like I said, they're saying the canon, right? So this is what goes into the Orthodox Christianity was probably different from Christianity itself, right? Where even nowadays, you see the people how they're hell bent on saying, "Yo, get the 1611 King James. Make sure you get the Apocrypha."
Mm-hmm.
So these are the books right here that they'll be talking about, right?
Oh,
So,
Enoch.
yeah, Tobit, just a lot of these books, right? Abraham, Isaac, right? They don't have those books, right? So a lot of these books are super important to the study. So like even when I'm bringing up a lot of these stories, when I'm saying, "Yo, he met up with the queen and him and the Queen of Sheba did this," and some people may
Wait,
not
so
even know that.
Maccabees, does that have anything to do with Macbeth? Oh no.
Nah.
What's so funny?
we got every time you say something, I gotta you know I never really completely looked into Macbeth, so I gotta I gotta zero in. I gotta zero in and see what the hell's going on. So go down. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to run down. We'll keep on going.
Look at the new prayer houses.
From the traditional boys.
Man, prayer houses got real capitalistic.
Look, go up. It's called Masjid. Place of worship. It's also called Bet Makdas. Holy House. Salat.
Salon.
Which one you like better? Masjid.
Magdas. Magdas. Salat bit. I like Salat bit because it sounds like Wall Street bits.
Dietary law. Yeah, so they're gonna run down the Deuteronomy, forbid birds, illicit.
Leviticus.
Yep. Signs. Yep. A fermented fish. Yep.
Exodus.
Insects. Larvae are forbidden according to Leviticus. Yep. Mixture of milk and meat are not prepared or eaten, but are not banned either. It is actually banned, but we don't ban it because the Most High actually permitted, because he said weak people can take it. So whatever.
Show yourself weak people.
Whatever that means.
Ethiopian Jews are forbidden to eat the food of non-Jews. A Kahin eats only meat. He has slaughtered himself, which his hosts prepare both for him and themselves. But to Israel, who broke these taboos, were ostracized and had to undergo a purification process. Purification included fasting for 1 or more days, eating only uncooked chickpeas, provided by the...
That's wild.
What the heck just happened?
They hating on you. They went back to the whole article on you, man. You must have hit them with the back. You probably got hit them with the front. The little side button, yeah. They hit Empress with the back. All right, yeah, bro. That's how I wanted it to be set up, though, bro.
Origin? Yeah,
it should be Origin, right? Nah, see, this is what I wanted you to go to, though.
You want to go back to that one?
Yeah. Well, nah, I think it'd be up more. What you think? Religion? It was religion. Oh, this is it.
No.
Yeah, they might be religion.
Right here?
Who broke taboos, ostracized, undergo purification.
Purification included fasting for 1 or more days, eating only uncooked chickpeas provided by Kohen, and ritual purification before entering the village.
Man.
Uncooked chickpeas?
Man.
Is that like poison?
Man.
Or is it like, the little roasted ones? Like, what do you mean uncooked? You can't do no with uncooked. That's like eating a rock.
Bro.
Unlike other Ethiopians, the Beta Israel do not eat raw meat dishes such as kitfo or gourd.
Alright, so now you can go down. They say calendar. They go off the traditional calendar.
The Beta Israel calendar is a lunar calendar of 12 months, each 29 or 30 days alternately. Every 4 years, there's a leap year, which adds a full month, 30 days. The calendar is a combination of the ancient calendar of Alexandrian Jewry, Book of Jubilees, Book of Enoch, Abu Shakar, and the G's calendar. The years are counted according to the counting of Kushtar, 1571 to Yeshua Christ, 7071 to the Egyptians, and 6642 to the Hebrews. According to this counting, the year 5771 in the rabbinical Hebrew calendar is the year 7082 in this calendar.
Boy, that's some wild dates, nigga. They show you how old the people is.
I was about to say, numbers are universal, so these boys been out here.
They show you how old the people is. Huh? It's fact. I'm gonna agree with you. You can go down. Yeah, these are different holidays that go down.
7th Sabbath.
Yeah.
4th Sabbath, 5th month.
Oh, that's the 7th Sabbath, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That boy 7 and
7.
Adar. Monthly holidays from many Memorial Days to the annual holiday. These are New Moon Festival on the first day of every month. On the 10th day to commemorate Yom Kippur, exactly. It's a story that I read. On the 12th day to commemorate Shavuot. On the 15th day to commemorate Passover and Sukkot. And a fast on the last day of every month. Daily holidays include the Monday fast, Thursday fast, Friday fast, and the very holy Sabbath.
Shabbat. Alright, yeah. Origins. Alright, contemporary, right here. Contemporary scholars believe that the Beta Israel emerged comparatively recent and formed a distinct ethno-national group in the context of historical pressure that came to a head from the 14th to the 16th century. Many of the Beta Israel accounts of their own origins state that they stem from the very ancient migration of some portion of the tribe of Dan. Right, they tell you about Dan. Dan was once a part of the 12 tribe, and I guess he would still be considered. But Dan went a different vibe to Ethiopia, where led by the sons of Moses, perhaps at the time of Exodus. Alternative timelines include the later crisis in Judea, the split of the northern kingdom of Israel from the southern kingdom of Judah after the death of King Solomon, or the Babylonian exile of the Beta Israel takes as their basis
the Christian account of Menelik's return to Ethiopia. Menelik is considered the first Solomonic empire of Ethiopia and is traditionally believed to be the son of King Solomon of ancient Israel and Makeda, ancient queen of Sheba.
Makeda.
And Makeda. and modern Ethiopia. Though all the available traditions correspond to recent interpretations that reflect ancient convictions, according to John Abink, 3 different versions are to be distinguished among the traditions which are recorded by the priest of the community.
Yeah, so like I said, we just wanted to bring this up because these are quote unquote, I don't know if this would be another race, but they're from the same descendant, I'm guessing. Like I said, you can go back to Noah. Because Ham, Shem, and Japheth is brothers, and the Jews say they come from Shem, but Ham is Shem's older brother. So these people saying they're older, and now they're saying, yo, we had the older claim to it too. Exactly, these are Falashas. I don't really like that name because that just means exiles, but yeah.
Sikh.
Yeah, the Falashas migrated like many of the other sons of Israel to Egypt after the destruction of the first temple. Yeah.
By the Babylonians in 586 BCE, the time of the Babylonian exile.
So yeah, these people been going through this the whole time, bro. So I can understand, but I just don't like the way it's white Jews proclaiming some shit and attacking the black Jews. And
I play jumper while these little niggas on the bleachers out in Peaches. Could've been down with the secret, but you can't breathe cause you a leaker. Ayy, FIFA wouldn't even kick it with a lot of flaw shit, nigga, get the picture. Young nigga just a boss, so I get hated on by my own niggas. Back to the base, surrender from death, you can't escape it. Back then when them little niggas were fed up and took over slations. No, they just wanna kill me cause I ain't weak, ain't scared to say shit. I sound too damn crazy to appeal, so I ain't pricing. Look, it's time to let go, I might gas the ass up, be whole tank and talking petrol. Leaving that little dust up in the wind, I ain't from the ghetto. They got people out here really murking each other by some retros. Real shit from the ground up. Yeah, I'm just trying to fight the power that be, had to switch sound up. Too crazy, give them a straight jack, I don't dance to a nigga music. I don't live to make a nigga face happy, I live to feed my family, my little brothers, them niggas stay strapped. You lost self to the money, bitch, you's a pole victim. Cause you ain't get exposed to them cold missiles. Mass serving peas, them shit with no limits. Shot yourself in the head, what you expect to get your soul lifted. Pay self on the road, nigga, the goal is living. Say, Roller, you so gifted. You got no intention to compete with niggas, you on your own pivot. Don't erase yourself to the grave or get a load of sentence. Fucking sneak this with or without mentions. Worry about another feeling, bitch, I created my own pot to piss in. Ay, ay, ay. What the hell you gonna do on this day? Ay, ay. Looking like they tryna kill you anyway. Ay, ay. Said a lot of shit done soaked in. So no emotions, but I'm finna keep this dough in. Nigga gon' turn me up. Jit in 6th grade, breaking the cars, little nigga burning up at his face, little nigga run it up, pump it up. For all y'all niggas care, you could have been eating out the dumpster truck. I'm coming up. Hey, see, life is what you make it, demolish. Ties to all the fake shit. Little nigga had a heater and still got robbed, his dog got facelift. That lifted said he had a chance to make it. Here, dead silence. Hey, ride to the funeral, just a kid seeing all this gun violence. You keep a Glock cause ain't no rules of fighting. You was the youngest on the block, now all your else is dying. You forced to live all the knowledge that the streets supplying. But fuck niggas turn to snitch, live what the streets provided. Hard of a line, but you still getting tripped by the stop signs. Why I got hoes lying on my dick, bitch, I'm on top now. How to know deed off them spirits, I walk with God now. Bitch, I'm the man of my city, little nigga, sit down. Grew up with no father, father died, still had a buried father. Teacher said I'd never be worth a dime, I pushed a little harder. Got a young nigga tied to the birds like my last name Carter. Got him doing raw, that it hurts, know I'm becoming a problem. Hey, 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 what the hell you gonna do on this day? Hey, looking like they tryna kill you anyway. Hey, said a lot of shit done soaked in, so no emotion. But I'm finna kick this dope in. Nigga gon' turn me up. Jit in 6th grade, breaking the cars, little nigga burning up at his face, little nigga run it up, pump it up. For all y'all niggas care, you could have been eating out the dumpster truck. I'm coming up. Struck you in the reals, the future for your kids. Monkeys gon' keep weighing a nigga down, but I maintain the bills. That baby girl got killed in the crossfire, now they got hella bills. OG's putting prices on niggas' head cause they done destroyed the crib. Mama's out here crying cause the niggas down, we ain't got a chance to live. Learn to face the enemy cause they envy hook you like a fish. Put your trust in your brother, the whole shit down, that fuck nigga switch. Gotta get these little niggas about them bricks. Been time from the dark side of the fire where them killers vibe. Kids got it with guidance, don't know how to fit inside. Buck for the tears for them niggas stuck in the system, nobody hear them crying out the God behind them walls, just trying to feed a child. I lost my nigga to that island, I went running wild. You lose a nigga in your face till the lead traumatized. Ain't no replacing all them times God to save your life. But you can replace all them lies with the truth and help you survive. Went from a stolen to a scarlet, jumped in the pins, now that a nigga heartless. Sat in the reality, nigga hurts, but he emerged from darkness. Complain about the cars that you was dealt, but you ain't lit a heart. Niggas wanna go to town to leave their mama renting apartments, I can't fuck that. Kill nigga you knew cause a fuck nigga paid you a couple rats. Kids killed in the mix every other day, we burning can of wax. You stand against your brother, but you ain't gon' stand against no cracker jack. Put a knife in a nigga's hand, doing 180, he gon' stab you back. A fool gon' be a fool until he turn the car. Live buddy just 14, trying to survive, be out here selling hard. Big young to the highway, bridge and raw, sell dope ball. Niggas always get treated like the underdog. You was a victim for free labor, now you a victim to a crooked system. Nigga wanted to spread a little truth, see now they out to kill him. Shout out to my mama, we was struggling with no pot of piss. I commend a nigga would've made it out of addition. You a real nigga. From the dark side of the fire, where them killers vibe. Kids got it with guidance, don't know how to fit inside. Buck for the tears for them niggas stuck in the system. Nobody hear them crying out to God behind them walls, just trying to feed a child. I lost my nigga to that island, I went running wild. You lose a nigga in your face till the lead traumatized. Ain't no replacing all them times God just saved your life. But you can replace all them lies with the truth and help you survive. A real one.
Blood of a slave, heart of a king, I need my crown, boy. Came up from the dirty dread, singing like a rude boy. And the guilt is more than Paris, better cherish how I move. Boy, this fool pay some dues while like the man on the move. Never been fed with silver spoons. Can't say to touch the sky, say I bet I touch the moon. I'm real be hot as summer dew. Say I believe that I can fly this minute paper, tell my truth. Got on my grind, I changed my roof. Only gon' meet me on this roof. Watch me take it to the top, my nigga. Watch me keep my faith in God, my nigga. Ain't no way that I'm a star, my nigga. Felt some hippie got from around them niggas. Hard dog is restless nights. You see my daughter change my life. My heart got dark like sharp and mark. That on my chin like Rosa Parks. You know I had to make my mark. You know we had to give our all.
Big time from the dark side of the fire, where them killers vibe. Kids got it with guidance, don't know how to fit inside. Buck for the tears for them niggas stuck in the system. Nobody hear them crying out to God behind them walls, just trying to feed a child. I lost my nigga to that island, I went running wild. You lose a nigga in your face till the lead traumatized. Ain't no replacing all them times God just saved your life. But you can replace all them lies with the truth and help you survive. A real one. Shot a swinging, I'm just saying, no need for fronting. You feel me? I spot a baddie and she sitting right in front of me. Shorty swinging, I'm just saying, no need for fronting. Yeah, I stay around some pimpin' like I'm Bumby. You just met her, then you fucked her, now you cuffing. That ain't player, gotta learn to let her dub free. Peons press, playing defense on a front free. Damn, I'm a soldier, but I still watch out for uncle. Sam, germophobic, need to invest in a bubble. Man, gotta stay the fuck away from all the suckers. And put bands in the plans, got strands of grams in my hand. Last man gonna be standing, mash the gas, all the traffic. No L's and I'm still spazzing. Switch up the plate, that's street tactics. Gotta get if I ain't got it. Slick as Rick, a lot about it. Please don't come for me, cause I'm Master P, about it. Yeah, hit the planet early 90s. Throw it out the 2000s. Now it's 2022. Everything robotic. Yeah, it's going up like my credit score on a high key. I had to let them know. Try to tell them in high school when they didn't get it. Watch it unfold. Creep into the unknown. I creep in the booth and I unload. She choosing up pronto. She don't say stop with the fuck. I spot a baddie and she sitting right in front of me. Shorty swinging, I'm just saying, no need for fronting. Yeah, I stay around some pimpin' like I'm Bumby. You just met her, then you fucked her, now you cuffing. That ain't player, gotta learn to let her dub free. Peons press, playing defense on her front free. Taking the path, less travel, going upstream. Don't need no SB to go to the extreme. Yeah. Been on D, not up for real. 14 days, 14 nights, part 2 on the way. You hear me? Go get the first part, yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, for real. Like that shit up. Turn that shit up. Like that shit up. 14 days and 14 nights. Turn that shit up. Yeah. Turn that shit up. 14 days and nights. Nato in the building. 14 days and nights. Oh man. 14 days and 14 nights. 14 days and 14 nights. All hell. All heaven. I ain't got no change to spell. I swipe the card at 7-Eleven. 2 times 7, 14 carats, flooded eye. 14 days and 14 nights out the public eye. It's like I woke up from a dream in the haunted house. And now I'm back up in the lab getting funkified. Cause I get busy with a missy and with super flies. Church in the jet, no suit and ties. I take pages from the Bible and read through the lines. I got Trey up in this thing and he provided vibes. Nigga, assalamu alaikum salam. They asking for the tape, said it takes too long. 707, 14 carats, 14 sessions. Counting all these blessings. I'm trying to get even. Nickname should be Evan. 19 don't scare me, cause I've been the freshest. Just talk to Plano, said they got some new weapons. Mention my situation, they gon' drop the charge in a section. I think God could be a goddess. That's my perception. Speaking over the water, let the ocean tell it. Hold the flow is crystallized. Sit back and I visualize. Smoking on that kryptonite and an object unidentified. 14 carats, flooded eyes. 14 days and 14 nights out the public eye. It's like I woke up from a dream in the haunted house. And now I'm back up in the lab, getting funkified. Yeah. 2 times 7, 14 carats, 14 sessions. Counting all these blessings. 707. 14 carats, 14 sessions.
DJ, go hard.
I see y'all boys hating on Whoopi. I see you niggas, y'all hating on Whoopi Goldberg. See y'all hating on Whoopi, but it ain't shit to me.
Kiss the ring.
You can hate on Whoopi all you want, bro. It ain't gonna change the way I give it up, though. Nah, G shit though. That's it. What the flag? Kind of left flag. Ooh.
I am crying. I know this person.
G shit. Man, I was
I
asking
grew
somebody
up on the same street with this girl.
I was asking somebody from New York.
Yo, that's so funny.
That's not somebody from New York?
I've been hiding in summer school. This girl is from Orlando.
Bro.
Yo, what is Shanique is wildin', bro. Yo.
Baby, what you doing? Yeah, man, we're about to round this out, and I don't, because you know, I don't want to drag it out, because I don't want y'all to think Whoopi was wrong. Whoopi was completely right, and the reason why we said Whoopi was right because of all the facts that we presented the facts that, yo, they actually kind of did off the back of you, right? They came to America. Shout out to them though. You can't take it, but they had this situation in the state. And they had it in America because in America they had another problem also where they wasn't treating other people right, mainly black people, right? So they just jumped in on that bandwagon. So blah blah blah. And then when I was saying this race, I'm like, well, we got to figure out what color is now. Like, that can't be the black race no more. Can't even say that no more. Cause you're telling me that people could just literally get up one day and convert to the black race, and all black people should convert to white races. We should all be getting white, everything white from now on. Maybe some people don't want to do that though because they probably never been reading the black privilege. They probably looking at you like, you just had to trick us. You want us to get sunburned, don't you? Nah, bro. Just telling you that you got the privilege to convert. We could all convert, bro. So don't get
you guys can have your cake and eat it.
Yeah,
too.
don't get worried. Don't get worried, bro.
Look, she not playing. She looks wild and her edges look missing.
Yeah, these are important times, Empress. But I tell you, we about to wrap it up. We're not about to get on nothing else. We're about to just wrap this up because I want everybody to understand, right? That what Whoopi presented today was just all true. First of all, we seen what Whoopi said. Whoopi ain't really say nothing. If y'all wanted to just say, yo, Whoopi, you was wrong about that, cool. Who are you to suspend somebody? You nigga, this your child? Bro, don't suspend nobody for saying, bro, she didn't hit nobody. She didn't do nothing.
It was like Nick Cannon, but like even worse. Cause it's like, hold on, she didn't say anything like against anything. Like she's like, nah, I'm looking at y'all both, and here we are.
They running through the Nick Cannon treatment though.
Yeah, as if she said the white people, made those accusations. It was just like, hold on.
No, I'm saying she gotta go sit down with the rabbis, and she gotta go to the. No, they said that they wanted to go to the museum. Somebody brought their old Jewish mom on there to scream on Whoopi. I'm like, yo, if you don't take these white people off the screen, bro, I'm not saying y'all not Jews. I'm not saying y'all not white, bro, but I'm confused about what the hell race means, bro. And like I said, I do like I'm gonna give y'all a pass based on common ancestors. Y'all said y'all from Shem, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm not even in that argument, bro. Whatever, bro. Whatever y'all saying, bro. I'm standing on it. Cool. But the fact that people could convert to your genre, bro, you have to change that rule, bro. Nobody can no longer convert to your genre if you want to hold it as a religion, I mean, as a race, bro. It just only makes sense because I can't convert to no other race on the planet.
You can convert sexist.
Yeah, this is a day of converting everything. I think we should try to convert our race. I think we should start saying we Chinese. There's a lot of Asian hate going on, bro. I think people hating on me because I'm Asian.
You definitely got the Asian man beard.
How would they look at me? Would they be like, "What?" I'd be like, "Bro, what? No, I'm what? I'm not Asian, dude. I'm actually Jewish." No, I'm a Jew. What? It's a famous Jew right now. Let me tell you his name.
Jew, Asian Jew.
His name Linton Empress. I brought him up earlier, bro.
Is it L-I or L-E?
Lynton. Yeah, he's a Dutch Jew. He's a Dutch Jew. But you're saying you're not agreeing with none of that. None of these stunts this Jewish community is pulling though.
I've never seen someone be able to have their cake and eat it too, unless we're just talking bamboozlement or magic. And magic is just illusions. So I think there's some fraudulent activity here. Because if you are having your cake and eating it too, that means somebody can't get an 8.
I mean, you got 2 cakes, damn man.
You Goldilocks in us, bro.
Yo, we gotta get to the bottom of this shit. So we gotta figure out, bro, how can it? I don't know. Like, does that happen to Black community? But I'll tell you, I'm giving them all the passes, and because I'm saying, yo, there is an etymology of the word where they're saying it may come from another word that breaks down to another word that breaks down to damn near tribes. So maybe it's just different tribes, and maybe they the white tribe and we the Black tribe.
Yeah, it's just like, where does it become a matter of why are you guys not protesting? Like, no, we don't want to suspend her. We just want to inform her. Put her back up there. No, we just want to inform her. Like, why did she get suspended for 2 whole weeks without pay?
But even to like, who are you to reprimand an adult, bro, without no actual proof of what you're talking about? And then she apologized. It was a non-apology. What do you mean a non-apology? I did not know. Did you hear how I said it? Did it seem like I was trying to belabor the point? No, nigga. I just threw some shit out. And we ran past it. What are you talking about? So me apologizing.
Yeah, so it's just like, have that same energy that you had for her being wrong and you wanted to correct her to the same consequential energy of her now being suspended for 2. Maybe you guys should be protesting that also. Like, no, we don't want her down. Put her back up there. Unless there's more to your protest.
Yeah, she was supposed to learn her lesson. Put her back up there. Put her back up there. What do you like? I don't know. It's weird.
Sinister.
It's weird, bro. I don't get it. But hey, to each his own, bro. Me and Empress about to get up out of here, bro. We done offered y'all way too much. We're right at this 3-hour mark, and I wanted to blow out. So we about to blow out, though.
Alrighty, guys. That is the conclusion of episode 185 of the Wise Magi Godcast. We will be back on Tuesday with our Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. That is our financially driven show. Again, you guys stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the clips when you get a chance. Peace.